Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. This story is about, what if Naruto was the Sharingan Devil? If you enjoy watching my videos, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications to never miss out when I post videos. Let me know down in the comments if you want more parts of this series. With all that said, let's start the video. Chapter 5, A World of Lies and Deception. There were very few things in life that amazed Kakashi Hatake. He was fascinated by the strength of his own father Tsukumo Hatake, who was stronger than the Sannin. Then his own sensei Minato Namikaze, who could take on armies of enemy and decimate them in minutes. Next was Itachi Uchiha, the prodigy of the Uchiha clan who decimated the Uchiha clan on his own. But none of them could ever relate to the enigma that was Kakashi's younger brother Naruto. Naruto was like the reincarnation of Itachi Uchiha. He was a true prodigy of Konoha. At the age of 10 he had already mastered many ninjutsu, was proficient with genjutsu with his Sharingan and a good taijutsu fighter. Kakashi was not able to understand what Naruto couldn't do. He was already a formidable shinobi at such a young age, his thinking was on par with a trained shinobi. Naruto was a calculative person who thought before he acted. Naruto was soon starting to learn kenjutsu and in the future maybe fuinjutsu, and if his progress so far can be taken in consideration, Kakashi was sure Naruto would become the ultimate shinobi who would excel in every ninja arts. Naruto had surprised him again, this time by creating his own jutsu. Kakashi and Naruto were right now standing in the Forest of Death. It had become their training ground since they started training a few years back. Naruto seemed to be a little excited while Kakashi looked curious. "So what is this jutsu of your, Naruto?" asked Kakashi curiously. "It is a jutsu which I created after studying what you taught me about the Sharingan and its powers. It would be better if I showed you," said Naruto sincerely. "Alright, go ahead," said Kakashi. Ni-san, I would like you to cast a dangerous genjutsu on me." "You can do it with or without your Sharingan," requested Naruto. "Why would you want that, Naruto? You know that genjutsu can harm a person mentally, don't you?" asked Kakashi. "I know, but I have to test whether the jutsu I created works or not." "Please, Ni-san, you can stop it immediately if I fail, but I need to do this," begged Naruto. "Alright, but don't blame me afterwards," said Kakashi. "Which jutsu should I use? Maybe that one should be perfect," thought Kakashi. Kakashi went through a set of hand signs and quickly executed his jutsu. Magen, Jigaku Koka no Jutsu, Demonic Illusion, Descending Hell Technique. Naruto looked around his surroundings, but nothing seemed to change at first. Suddenly the air around Naruto started getting hotter and there was a loud noise from the sky. Naruto looked up and saw a large fireball the size of a giant boulder heading towards him at tremendous speed, and it could do some serious damage if it hit him. "Time to test it now," thought Naruto immediately and activated his Sharingan. Meanwhile Kakashi was observing Naruto precisely in order to stop the genjutsu if things got out of hand. He saw Naruto's surprised reaction on seeing the fireball heading towards him and wanted to know why Naruto was not doing anything, but what happened next shocked Kakashi. The fireball that was about to hit Naruto had hit Kakashi himself and engulfed him in its flames. Kakashi's entire body started burning as the flames engulfed him. Realizing dawned on Kakashi that Naruto had replicated his jutsu and used it against Kakashi. He then immediately formed the ram sign intending to dispel the genjutsu. But as soon as he dispelled the genjutsu he found himself in a dungeon bound by chains all over his body. There was entire darkness in the area and no one seemed to be in sight. Kakashi tried to unbound himself from the chains but found that his body couldn't move and he was paralyzed. "What the hell is going on? I can't move my body," thought Kakashi frantically. "You didn't keep your promise, Kakashi," said a voice. Kakashi looked around and saw his deceased teammate Obito Uchiha staring at him angrily. Kakashi looked away in shame. Even though it was an illusion, he still couldn't meet Obito's gaze. Why did you kill me, Kakashi? I loved you, said the voice of Rin, who appeared beside Obito. You failed me, Kakashi, said the voice of Minato from behind Kakashi. Soon one by one every person in Kakashi's life started appearing before him and started saying how disappointed they were in them. Kakashi tried to dispel the genjutsu but nothing seemed to work. Kakashi tried to stop his chakra but found his body was unable to even move. Soon Kakashi couldn't even breathe properly. It's painful, isn't it? Said Naruto, appearing among the crowd of people. His voice seemed to be full of regret. He didn't want to do this to Kakashi, but he had to see if his genjutsu was really that dangerous. What is this, Naruto? Asked Kakashi a little angrily. This is the power of my Sharingan, this is my strongest genjutsu, said Naruto. Naruto then started killing every person in front of Kakashi without any mercy. Kakashi couldn't take it anymore. He couldn't believe what Naruto was doing. He was killing everyone that Kakashi ever loved or cared for. How could you do this, Naruto? Thought Kakashi regretfully. Stop it, said Kakashi angrily as he was unable to bear the genjutsu. Immediately the chains disappeared and instead of being in a dungeon, Kakashi found himself panting on the ground of the forest of death. The people around him had disappeared and Naruto was kneeling before him and had tears in his eyes. I'm sorry, Anai-san, I didn't want to go this far but was not able to stop myself in time, said Naruto with tears falling freely from his eyes. Kakashi was very angry at Naruto and was wanting to hit him badly, but he noticed the tears in Naruto's eyes and his regretful voice and decided that Naruto was telling the truth and he could have gone overboard. I'm fine, said Kakashi flatly. He did not want to be rude but he was still angry at Naruto a little bit. I'm really sorry, said Naruto sadly. What was that genjutsu, Naruto? Demanded Kakashi. Yami no Sekai no Jutsu, World of Darkness, said Naruto sadly. Yami no Sekai no Jutsu, World of Darkness? Asked Kakashi curiously. It is a genjutsu that I can do with my Sharingan, said Naruto. How did you learn this genjutsu? I did not teach you anything more than simple Sharingan illusion jutsu, said Kakashi. I started learning more about my Sharingan 2 years ago. You said Sharingan can copy and replicate an enemy's jutsu, so I started to dispel my Sharingan illusions with the help of my shadow clones. I found out that my Sharingan can analyze a genjutsu and decipher how it works. For example, if I take your Megan, Jigaku Koka no Jutsu, demonic illusion, descending hell technique, it affects a person's sense of smell, sight and hearing. I was easily able to copy that technique and replicated it on you instantly, explained Naruto. What? I know Sharingan can dispel genjutsu, but how were you able to replicate my own technique against me? Asked Kakashi curiously. My Sharingan had dispelled the genjutsu as soon as it was casted on me. I just pretended to be in your jutsu and then at the right moment I casted it against you. I was never in your illusion, it's a type of illusion reversal jutsu which uses your own jutsu against you, said Naruto. That's astonishing, but what was all that after I dispelled the genjutsu? Demanded Kakashi angrily. Naruto winced a little on Kakashi's angry tone but decided to keep quiet as he had went overboard and was at fault. That was the second phase of my jutsu. I knew that trained shinobi could easily dispel the jutsu and counter it, so this is where I use my Sharingan powers, said Naruto. Sharingan powers? Asked Kakashi in shock. As soon as you dispelled the genjutsu you were in my genjutsu. I combined this genjutsu where you feel the effects of the Megan, Narakumi no Jutsu, demonic illusion, hell viewing technique, in this stage I not only control your senses but also use your fears against you. I control your mind in my genjutsu and can do anything I want with you and you will be helpless. There is very less chance for someone to break out of this genjutsu. These are the special ocular powers of my Sharingan. It grants me the ability to control a person. I could have controlled your mind and you wouldn't even notice if I didn't want you to notice my genjutsu, said Naruto sadly. Kakashi was left speechless after hearing this. Naruto's visual powers were so advanced than Kakashi had ever thought. Only one person in the entire history of the Uchiha clan had such visual prowess in genjutsu, and that was Uchiha Shirsue. Of course, he is the descendant of Madara's brother. They both were said to possess the strongest Sharingan in the entire Uchiha clan. But still, to be able to cast such genjutsu at such young age is unbelievable. What else can your eyes do, Naruto? Thought Kakashi with a little fear. Are there any limitations to this jutsu? Does this jutsu harm your eyes or your body in any way? Asked Kakashi sternly. If this jutsu was harmful to Naruto, then he would never allow him to perform such a dangerous jutsu. It uses a lot of chakra but does not harm my eyes in any way. It does have a few limitations, explained Naruto. I thought that this jutsu was unstoppable, questioned Kakashi, as whatever he had tried didn't work. I'm not sure about that. I think if you had used your Sharingan power at a greater level, then I think you could have broken this genjutsu. Also, I cannot use this genjutsu very often, it will take a few days before I can use this genjutsu again, suggested Naruto. He's right, probably my Mangekyo Sharingan could have broken it, but still it is a dangerous jutsu, thought Kakashi. This jutsu requires me to have eye contact with my opponent, but I am a little vulnerable when I'm casting this genjutsu. However, this genjutsu cannot be broken easily and you require the Sharingan to cast this jutsu. I know, as I had tested it before on my shadow clone, said Naruto. You tested it on yourself? Are you an idiot? Yelled Kakashi. The next few minutes Kakashi lectured Naruto on his reckless behavior and reprimanded him continuously. Naruto for his part hung his head in shame and listened as Kakashi scolded him. There is one big limitation of this genjutsu, Enai-san, said Naruto a little hesitatingly. What is that? Asked Kakashi suspiciously. I can control a person's mind, but the longer I use this genjutsu, the more strain it puts on my eyes. My eyes started bleeding when I casted this genjutsu on a cat for a few hours, explained Naruto a little fearfully. Did you lie to me when I asked you if it harms your eyes? Asked Kakashi a little angrily. I was afraid to tell you, said Naruto honestly. Naruto, you can tell me anything you want. This jutsu is harmful to your eyes if you use it longer than necessary, so you should not use it until necessary. Still, it was reckless of you to do this, but I am still proud of you, said Kakashi with a little smile. You're proud of me? Asked a shocked Naruto. Yes, Naruto, it is one of the strongest genjutsu I have ever seen. Your Sharingan is truly unique. It is probably an A-rank genjutsu, it may even become an S-rank genjutsu in the future, said Kakashi proudly. Is it that advanced genjutsu, Enai-san? Asked Naruto in amazement. Indeed it is. But never use it on your comrades, said Kakashi very sternly. Hi Enai-san, I will never use this genjutsu on my comrades, said Naruto sincerely. Now I want you to inform me before you create any other jutsu, as they might harm you and I don't want you getting hurt, said Kakashi seriously. I will tell you, Enai-san, if you want I can even teach my jutsu to you, said Naruto happily. You want to teach me your own jutsu? Asked Kakashi surprisedly, but was a little happy too, as Naruto trusted him enough to teach him such advanced jutsu. I owe you a lot, Enai-san. You took care of me when no one did, you trained me, educated me, provided me the love of a big brother. Everything I am today is only because of you, said Naruto with a true smile. Kakashi was left speechless after hearing what Naruto had said. He truly loved Naruto like his own little brother and was happy to see that Naruto felt the same for him. I'll try to learn your jutsu and tell you what. Since you are willing to teach me your own jutsu, I shall teach you mine, said Kakashi happily. Your personal jutsu? Asked Naruto in an excited voice. Kakashi had indeed taught him many jutsu, but never was one of them his own, and now Kakashi was willing to teach him his own jutsu. This was a big honor. It's called the Chidori, said Kakashi, and created a blue ball of chakra in his right hand. The jutsu became visible and was making a loud chirping noise. Whoa Enai-san, that is so cool, what does it do? Asked Naruto curiously. Kakashi then charged towards a nearby tree and smashed his Chidori through it with a loud noise. The tree was teared apart from the attack and had a large crater at the point of impact. "Amazing," said Naruto with fascination. "It is an A-rank assassination jutsu which I created few years ago," said Kakashi. "Please will you teach me this jutsu, Enai-san?" asked Naruto excitedly. "I'll teach you that but not right now. Let's begin our training for now," instructed Kakashi. Naruto and Kakashi then continued their training for the next few hours. Their main focus of training was based on improving Naruto's form of taijutsu. He had indeed improved his style of fighting. Naruto's fighting style was dependent on his speed and agility. Anko had indeed trained him well with the Hibi style, while Kakashi had taught him the Uchiha's intercepting fist, which taught him how to read and interpret an enemy's movements, and combined that with the Hibi style made Naruto's taijutsu formidable. After a few hours of training we find a tired-looking Naruto and a little exhausted Kakashi sitting near a lake in the Forest of Death. Both seemed to be relaxing after a hard training session. Naruto seemed to be having a troubled expression on his face which did not go unnoticed by Kakashi. "What's troubling you, Naruto?" asked Kakashi. "Do people deserve second chances?" asked Naruto confusedly. "Well, if they want to change the past and amend their mistakes honestly, then I think it is better if we give them a chance." "Why do you ask that?" asked Kakashi curiously. "Today at the academy there was a change in Sasuke's behavior," said Naruto. "What did he do?" asked Kakashi curiously. "He sent me a respectful nod instead of the usual disinterested look which he gives to everyone, and did not insult anyone. He was acting a little strangely as compared to his normal behavior," explained Naruto. "Maybe he realized his mistakes after his spar with you, Naruto," suggested Kakashi. "Why do you think I should even give him a chance? He is just an arrogant stuck-up prick," said Naruto a little angrily. "Look, Naruto, I'm not trying to defend Sasuke, but try to look at his life. His own big brother murdered everyone he loved, he lost everything in the blink of an eye. He is alone right now with no friends and family, and his goal is just to kill his big brother and bring justice to his clan. He is walking the path of revenge and he needs a friend right now. All I'm saying that if he shows signs of change and wants to be friends with you, at least give him a chance, because in a way you and Sasuke are brothers," explained Kakashi. "I understand, and I think I'll reserve my judgment, and if he wants to change I'll help him," said Naruto with a small smile. "Now that's the Naruto I know," said Kakashi playfully. "I met someone yesterday, Enai-san," said Naruto suddenly. "Who was this person?" asked Kakashi a little seriously. "Her name was Kurenai Yuhi," said Naruto. "Kurenai? Where did you meet her?" asked Kakashi curiously. Naruto then narrated the entire incident about how he found Kurenai and he helped her, and his new friendship with Kurenai and her offer for help in improving Naruto's genjutsu. "Well, Kurenai is a nice person. I don't have any problem as long as you tell me or Hokage-sama about what she teaches you. Though I would like if you tell me," said Kakashi. "I would tell you, but what can Kurenai teach me? You seem to be good in genjutsu, how can she help in improving my genjutsu?" asked Naruto with a little doubt in his voice. "I am a ninjutsu specialist, Naruto. Though I am good at genjutsu, I cannot provide you proper guidance in genjutsu apart from Sharingan illusions, and you clearly have learned all you can from me in Sharingan illusions. You have even surpassed me in your Sharingan genjutsu," said Kakashi proudly. "Thanks, Enai-san, that means a lot to me," said Naruto. "I do want to know why you need to learn genjutsu." "Your Sharingan illusions are more than enough," suggested Kakashi. "I do not want to be dependent entirely on my Sharingan for genjutsu. There may be battles in which my Sharingan can't help me, there I can use my own genjutsu without the Sharingan. You taught me to always have a contingency plan," explained Naruto. "That's understandable, but even though Kurenai is a nice person and a friend of mine, you," said Kakashi, but was cut off by Naruto. "You should never trust anyone blindly, Shinobi Rule 3-8, said Naruto with a smirk. Smartass, said Kakashi with a smirk and bonked Naruto on the head. Hehe, I know I won't reveal anything important to her until I can trust her, said Naruto. That's good, said Kakashi. Well, Enai-san, I'll go to training ground 28 to meet her. I have to meet her after some time, said Naruto and got up to leave. Naruto, if you find anything suspicious, report it immediately to me. If you are in trouble, call me. Don't try to be a hero, said Kakashi, giving Naruto a stern look. I will, said Naruto. Naruto had just reached the eastern gates of the Forest of Death when he sensed a few number of chakra signatures headed his way. Acting on instincts, he immediately took out a kunai and got into a battle stance to face whoever or whatever was headed his way. Now, Naruto was by no means paranoid, but he knew not many people came to the Forest of Death. Only a selected few Anbu and Enko visited the Forest of Death. So his pursuers were most probably Anbu. And so it was pointless to run when the Anbu had gotten very close. Naruto knew he was probably a Jounin-level ninja, but even he was not capable of taking on an entire squad of Anbu. He knew he had just told Kakashi that he wouldn't do something reckless, but he had no choice as there was no time. Naruto's suspicions were proved correct when a squad of Anbu Black Ops landed nearby him. These Anbu had the same faceless masks that the Anbu that had attacked Naruto a few years ago. They are the same Anbu. What do they want with me, thought Naruto, and got ready to fight. We do not wish to fight you, Naruto-san, said the female of the group in a stoic voice. Then why are you here? Asked Naruto suspiciously. We just want to deliver a message to you, said the female Anbu. From whom? Asked Naruto. Danzo-sama wishes to speak to you, said the female Anbu. Why would I want to meet him? The last time when one of you showed up they tried to kill me, said Naruto angrily. Danzo-sama wishes to talk with you about your father, said the female Anbu. Naruto was shocked to hear this. All of his anger just vanished. He always wanted to know who his father was, and despite everything he couldn't find anything about him. If this Danzo knew something about his father, then he would meet him regardless of the dangers. Who is this Danzo-sama you talk about? And how can I trust you? Asked Naruto, giving the Anbu a stern look. We do not wish to harm you, Naruto-san. All of your questions will be answered by Danzo-sama. It is your choice if you wish to come or not. If you do not want to come with us, we will leave you. Immediately, replied the female Anbu without any emotion in her voice. Naruto thought about it for a few moments. There was risk, but if he could find out about his father, then he would make a deal with the devil himself. Alright, I'll come with you, but if I find anything suspicious I will kill you, said Naruto sternly. Very well. But we will cover your eyes as the place we are going is of high security, said the female Anbu, and Naruto nodded a little hesitatingly. The female Anbu then put a hand on Naruto's shoulder and Naruto felt himself being sunshined. For the next few minutes Naruto could feel descending down multiple stairs. After a few moments the Anbu stopped and opened Naruto's blindfold. The first thing which Naruto noticed that he was in a dark room. There was no furniture in the room. It was plain. There were a few pictures of Konoha and a picture of the Nidaime Hokage on the wall. Naruto found these characteristics to be very strange. Naruto heard the sound of a cane making contact with the ground. He looked towards that direction and found a man standing there. He had black shaggy hair. The man appeared to be old, probably the same as the Hokage if the wrinkles on his face was any indicator. He wore a gray robe which covered his entire body and had his right hand wrapped in it. The man's right eye was covered by bandages and he was looking at Naruto with a neutral expression. You must be Danzo? Asked Naruto flatly. Indeed, I am Naruto. I wish to speak with you, said Danzo with a neutral tone in his voice. What do you know about my father? Asked Naruto immediately. Straight to the point, I see, but before I tell you about your father, what can you tell me about these two pictures? Asked Danzo and pointed to two pictures on the wall with his cane. Naruto looked up at the wall and noticed a picture of the village, and the other picture was that of the Naidame Hokage. It is a picture of the village, and if I'm assuming correct, this picture shows the importance of Konoha, as I don't think you are a person who would keep fancy pictures, said Naruto. Danzo chuckled on hearing Naruto's answer, while the Anbu in the room didn't show any emotions. You are indeed smart, but what do you think of the Naidame? Asked Danzo. The Naidame was one of the greatest shinobi of the village. He introduced the rules which we follow as a shinobi today. He was a shrewd man who valued the safety of Konoha above everything else and followed the rules of shinobi to the core, explained Naruto. It seems Kakashi has trained you well, said Danzo. How do you know Kakashi and Isan is training me? Asked a shocked Naruto. I know everything about you, Naruto. I even know about your Sharingan, said Danzo, suddenly shocking Naruto. That's impossible, said Naruto disbelievingly. We live in a world of deception and lies, Naruto. What you see may not be the reality, every person likes to live in their own fantasies. But I know everything about Konoha and everything about you, said Danzo with a smirk. Naruto didn't know what to say. This man knew almost everything about him, and if he knew about his Sharingan, then what other secrets did this man know about his life? Naruto decided to find out what this man knew. How do you know about my Sharingan? Asked Naruto sternly. Before I answer that, let me ask you something. Why do you think the Yondaime sealed the Kyuubi in you? Asked Danzo strictly. Again, Naruto didn't answer and remained silent. Danzo took it as a cue to continue his explanation. You were made the Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi in order to protect Konoha. Also, the only people who are capable of containing the Kyuubi in their body were Uzumaki, as they had exceptional chakra which was necessary to control the strongest Biju of this world. But after the destruction of the Uzumaki clan during the Third Great Ninja War, there were not many Uzumaki left. You should know this, as your mother was the second Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi, while your great-grandaunt was the first Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi, explained Danzo. Naruto couldn't move, it was as if the world had just stopped around him. His mother was the Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi and his great-grandaunt too. Many questions were arising in his mind, and Danzo read Naruto's emotions and decided to explain further. You now understand that the Yondaime didn't choose you just because he wanted to make you a Jinchuriki, but he did it because he had no choice, said Danzo calmly. Naruto's respect for the Yondaime increased as he now understood that the Yondaime was forced to do this to him, and if he was in the Yondaime's place he would have done the same to protect his family and village. But that was not the main reason the Yondaime chose you to bear this burden, said Danzo. Why did he do it? Asked Naruto, neutrally, not displaying his feelings to this man. It was because he trusted his son the most in the entire world with such power and wanted you to protect the village, said Danzo sternly, but was quite confident that this would prove to be the most shocking thing Naruto had ever heard, and now he could put his plans into motion. The Yondaime was my father? Asked a shocked Naruto. He couldn't believe that his own father was the fourth Hokage, the person he admired the most in the world, the person who gave him this burden was his own father. Yes, Minato Namikaze, the Yondaime Hokage of Konoha, was your father. You are his legacy. I guess Hiruzen didn't tell you about this, didn't he? Smirked Danzo. No, Gigi didn't tell me anything about my father. He told me he would tell me when I was older, said Naruto. There are many things that Hiruzen has kept in the dark from you. I'm sure he didn't even tell you that you have a relative who is alive, said Danzo with a smirk. There is someone alive from my family? Asked Naruto hopefully. He was grateful for having Kakashi as his brother, but if there was someone alive from his family, then Naruto would wanted to find them out. Yes, her name is Tsunade Senju. She is the granddaughter of Mito Uzumaki, who was the Shodai Hokage's wife and your great-grandaunt. Tsunade is your mother's cousin sister and is your aunt, explained Danzo. Naruto was feeling a large number of emotions. A part of him was happy that he had an aunt that was alive, and Tsunade Senju, of the legendary Sannin, was related to him. He also felt anger against Hiruzen. for hiding all of this from him, and was also confused as why Tsunade had never even came to see him even once. "Hiruzen didn't even tell you that you had a godfather, didn't he?" asked Danzo deviously. "A godfather?" asked Naruto disbelievingly. "Yes, Jiraiya of the Sannin is your godfather," said Danzo. Naruto's anger was increasing with every passing moment. His real family had abandoned him. His Gigi had kept all of this in the dark from him, and his so-called family had not even came to see him once or cared if he was alive or not. Seeing Naruto getting angry, Danzo decided to hit the nail in the coffin. "Before you jump to any conclusions, you must know that Tsunade did not abandon you," said Danzo. "What do you mean?" asked Naruto curiously. "She was the one who adopted you first when you were an infant and took care of you for 3 years, explained Danzo. "She adopted me?" asked Naruto warmly. He felt happy that his aunt had at least not abandoned him, but he also wanted to know what happened with her and how did he end up in the orphanage before Kakashi adopted him. Yes, this was one of the biggest secrets of Konoha. "She loved you like her own son and wanted to be your mother, but Hiruzen took her away from you," explained Danzo. "Why did Gigi do this?" asked Naruto on the verge of tears. "He didn't do this because he personally hated you but was forced to do it. Tsunade was taking care of you in a secluded part of the village which was closely guarded by the Anbu Black Ops, but she didn't want to stay in the village due to some personal reasons and was also worried for your safety, so she wanted to leave the village, but as you are a Jinchuriki, you are an asset of the village like every shinobi. And so she couldn't take you with her, and Hiruzen was forced to make you stay in the village as he couldn't allow you to be taken away from the village as other nations may kidnap you for your power," explained Danzo. "Tsunade, Oba-chan, thank you for being there for me. No matter what happens I will find you," thought Naruto. "However, Jiraiya never cared for you even if he was your godfather, he didn't even came to see you once and instead focused on his spy network," said Danzo evilly. With each passing moment Naruto didn't know what to feel. A part of his mind couldn't believe that the Hokage whom he considered his grandfather had done this to him. Hiruzen had taken away his only living family, a woman who loved him like a mother was taken away from him, his own godfather had abandoned him. This was greatly painful for Naruto. On the other hand, irrational thoughts were arising in his mind that whether all of this was true or was he being manipulated. "How do you know all of this? How can I even believe that what you said is the truth?" asked Naruto suspiciously. "I am an elder of the village and as such I know many things about the village as I served on the council. And what I'm telling you is the truth, whether you want to believe me or not is all up to you. I have never lied to you like Hiruzen and have told you your truth," said Danzo. "What do you want from me?" asked Naruto tiredly. Many of his beliefs were shattered due to these revelations and his trust in people had shaken up tremendously. "I only want you to protect Konoha. I know some people in the village do not like you, but you should not get affected by it. Think of the sacrifices made by your father. He sacrificed his own life to save the village and entrusted the village's future to you by granting you the power of the Kyuubi. Your father was a true shinobi," said Danzo. Naruto could clearly understand what Danzo was saying. His father, the Yondaime Hokage of Konoha, had entrusted everything to him and it was his duty to protect the village. And even though Hiruzen had hidden some things from him, he could understand he had to make some painful decisions as the Hokage. "I am not telling that Hiruzen hates you, but he only did what was best to protect you. But Hiruzen is too soft, he lacks the will to take harsh decisions when it comes to the safety of Konoha. One of his biggest mistakes was letting Orochimaru, one of the biggest treasure of Konoha, to live because he got swayed in his emotions over his prized student," explained Danzo. Naruto agreed with Danzo that Hiruzen should not have let Orochimaru live. Naruto did not like Orochimaru, he hated him, he was responsible for Anko's miserable life. He had branded Anko with the curse seal and had destroyed her life. Naruto loved Anko like his elder sister, and if Hiruzen had just killed Orochimaru, then Anko's life would have been different. Instead of living a life of being hated, she would have been able to live a happy life. This was one of the biggest regrets that Naruto had of Hiruzen. The ninja world is an ascetic world. A true shinobi controls his emotions and serves in shadows in order to protect the village and strengthen the nation. The village is all that matters and nothing else. Self-sacrifice is the way of true shinobi. To be ready to sacrifice anything and do what is necessary in order to protect the village is the duty of the true shinobi. This was the will of the Enaidame Hokage, the one which your father followed to the core, explained Danzo. Naruto was listening carefully to what Danzo was saying. He found Danzo's words to be very true, and his father had done the same thing in order to protect the village, and so had the Naidame Hokage. You are truly special and are the legacy of Minato, so I kept tabs on you. And as for how I know of your Sharingan, do you remember the incident when you were attacked by Anbu few years ago? Asked Danzo. Yes, the Anbu with the same masks had attacked me, said Naruto, pointing his finger to the Anbu in the room. I sent the Anbu after you in order to test how strong you were to do your duty as a shinobi of the village, said Danzo. By killing me, you wished to test me? Asked Naruto sarcastically. I only wished to see how strong you had become after Kakashi started to train you. I did not order the Anbu to kill you but just test your strength, however you ended up killing one of them by accident, said Danzo. Naruto lowered his head in shame. Even though he had acted in self-defense, he hated bloodshed but also knew as a shinobi he may have to kill, but that doesn't mean he had to like killing people. Danzo saw the shame on Naruto's face. If any of his root had behaved in such a pathetic manner, then he would have killed them instantly, but he knew he had to be patient with Naruto if he wanted his plan to work. You should not be ashamed, their deaths were not meaningless. Due to that accident your Sharingan awakened and your powers increased. They died as a true shinobi in a battle, said Danzo proudly. How can you say that for your own people? Asked Naruto angrily. Self-sacrifice is the way of a true shinobi. Their deaths were unfortunate, but I do not regret it. Instead, I cherish that such shinobi served and died for the village. My aim is to protect Konoha and bring peace to this world, said Danzo confidently. Danzo knew that his way of peace was of making Konoha rule over the entire world, but Naruto didn't need to know that for now. He had plans for Naruto and he would make sure that his ambitions were fulfilled. Naruto's dream was to create a peace where people can understand each other. Where there was no hatred, no sorrow, no pain. Where parents didn't have to die, where children didn't have to grow up alone, where shinobi did not hate each other. And as such he was intrigued by how can Danzo share views of peace. I along with a few of my comrades do whatever it is necessary to protect Konoha and bring peace to the shinobi world. We do what is necessary, said Danzo proudly. Are you trying to oppose Gigi? Asked Naruto sternly. Naruto was still angry at Hiruzen for lying to him, but he still cared for him, and if Danzo intended to harm him then he would stop Danzo. No, Naruto, Hiruzen and I are comrades. We do have a different ideology and thoughts, but we both want to protect Konoha and I do things which Hiruzen isn't able to do, said Danzo tactfully. You don't want to become Hokage? From what I've heard you say, you don't like Gigi and you think you can do better than him, accused Naruto. He is indeed quite perceptive. I have to give you credit for that, Kakashi, thought Danzo, impressed with Naruto's accurate perception. No, I do not wish to become Hokage, I only wish to help Hiruzen. He was my teammate and as such it is my duty to help him to protect the village, lied Danzo. Danzo then tapped his cane on the ground and an Anbu came forward with a scroll and handed it to Naruto. Naruto took the scroll and was curious as what was in this scroll. What's in this scroll? Asked Naruto curiously. This is a scroll containing a summoning contract for crows, said Danzo with a smirk. Naruto's eyes widened on hearing this. He knew summoning contract were extremely rare and priceless and were a great asset for a shinobi. Only certain shinobi had summons, Kakashi had his dog. Summons, Jiraiya was the Toad Sage. For Danzo to give Naruto a summoning contract was strange for Naruto. "Why are you giving me this?" asked Naruto curiously. "It is a gift which I want to give you. I have faith that you will use it to protect the village," said Danzo. "What do you want in return? I don't think you would just give me a summoning contract like that," asked Naruto suspiciously. Danzo was a master in manipulating people. He had lured Naruto to him by using his knowledge of Minato and Naruto as bait. He had then revealed Naruto's secrets to him which Hiruzen had hidden from him and had weakened his belief in Hiruzen. He had then went on to explain his ideology to Naruto, hoping to get him on his side, and the final finishing was offering the boy a big gift as a summoning contract. To strengthen his beliefs in Danzo, Naruto was very important for Danzo's plans. Not only was the boy the Jinchuriki of Kyuubi but was also related to the first two Hokages and was the son of the fourth Hokage, and as such would have great political and militaristic advantage in Konoha in the future, and if he wanted to become the Hokage, then having Naruto on his side would be a huge benefit for him. Naruto also was a powerful shinobi, and if he could understand Danzo's ideals, then he could become Danzo's ultimate weapon. So Danzo decided to do whatever necessary in order to fulfill his goals and was patient in dealing with Naruto and changing his beliefs. "I believe you can use it more properly than anyone else. I do not want anything in return. Your father did a lot for his village, and the least I can do is guide you in protecting what your father died for," said Danzo tactfully. Naruto nodded. If Danzo was just giving him a summoning contract without wanting anything in return, that he was not refusing it. Summoning contracts were very rare. "Finally, my plans will be fulfilled," thought Danzo. "Now I need to ask you, Naruto, will you do whatever it takes to become a true shinobi and cooperate with me so that we can protect Konoha and bring peace to this world?" asked Danzo with a smirk. The entire room fell silent. Everyone's eyes were fixed on Naruto and thinking what decision he would make and what destiny had in store for Konoha and the shinobi world. Chapter 6, Brothers. Naruto stood there in the dark room, thinking about all of the things he had learned right now. He was the son of the fourth Hokage. Now that he thought about it, there were many times he felt that the fourth and he looked alike. They had the same spiky blonde hair which no one in Konoha had, sapphire blue eyes, his face was a complete replica of the Yondaime. All of the doubts Naruto had were proven true. He was truly the son of the Yondaime Hokage. This made Naruto proud as well as sad at the same time. Proud for being the son of the greatest hero of the Hidden Leaf, and sad because his own father had sacrificed him for the village, even if Minato's intentions were good and was for the village. Naruto resented what Minato had done to him. He had sealed a tailed beast in his own son, left Naruto for a life of misery and pain. Minato will forever be remembered as a hero of the Hidden Leaf while he was considered a demon. And what about his mother? She was the Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi. Did she also agree to seal such a monster in Naruto? Did she not love him? She should have known how miserable a life of a Jinchuriki is, and even then she agreed with it. They are nothing but trash for sacrificing their own son, thought Naruto regretfully. Next was the issue of his aunt, the mystery behind her, and was all of this even true, or was he just simply being fed lies and was being manipulated? He looked at Danzo. The man seemed to be looking at him calmly without displaying any emotions on his face. Naruto was not sure what he thought about Danzo. The man seemed to be knowing a lot of secrets about Konoha. Such secrets that were only privy to the Hokage. He had his own Anbu who were nothing more than machines who didn't display any emotions. Danzo was the one who was monitoring him for a long time and even sent his men to attack him. But the most dangerous things were his ideals of peace. He wants to bring peace, but he doesn't even hesitate to sacrifice his own comrades, and nor does he care about their deaths. He wants to protect Konoha and wants to use any means necessary. He seems to be a warhawk who believes he can do anything, thought Naruto analytically. Danzo seemed to not like Hiruzen and hated his ideologies and wanted Naruto to join him. Naruto wondered why was he so important for Danzo, and then the whole plan became a lot more clear to Naruto. He was the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails, he had the Sharingan and would be a force to be reckoned with in the future. Also, if his heritage became known to the public, then the people would be more supportive of him, as he was the son of the fourth Hokage. Naruto clearly understood that he was a tool which Danzo wanted to use as a means for his own ambitions. Where did he get the crow summoning contract, thought Naruto. Summoning contracts were very rare, the only summons which Naruto thought Konoha had were the slugs, toads, snakes and dogs. For Danzo to possess a summoning contract and giving it so easily to Naruto under the lie of as a sign of his faith indicated something fishy. What would happen if he tries to take over Konoha? He already seems to have his own shinobi, knows deep secrets about Konoha and me, he despises Gigi's ideology, wants to get peace but doesn't care about people and considers them tools. What should I do? Thought Naruto deeply. Naruto did not hate the village, even if what Danzo said was true. He loved his friends. If Hiruzen had lied to him, then he must have had good reasons. Naruto trusted Hiruzen far more than Danzo. Hiruzen and Kakashi were there for him, while Danzo even sent his own men to try to kill him to measure his strength, so Naruto decided to trust Hiruzen instead of Danzo. But there were few things that were troubling Naruto a lot. How much more has Danzo been hiding? How many secrets does he know? His ideologies are a threat to the village and my family, thought Naruto firmly. If he knows so many things and does not like Gigi's way of thinking, who's to say he won't try to usurp power and become Hokage himself? He tells he does not want to become Hokage, but I don't think he is telling the truth, thought Naruto. Naruto then wondered what his next action should be and what repercussions would it have for him and the village. A shinobi is a person who endures pain and sacrifices everything in order to fulfill his duty and protect what is precious to him. Naruto remembered what Hiruzen had told him a few years ago. In order to protect his village and find out the truth about himself and Danzo, Naruto made a decision that would change his life forever. What is your answer, Naruto? Are you willing to sacrifice everything for the sake of the village and the nation? Asked Danzo firmly. Self-sacrifice will be my way of ninja. I will do whatever it takes to protect my precious people, even if it means joining you, Danzo. I will find out what you are up to, and if you are a threat to my family I will kill you, thought Naruto with determination. Hi, Danzo-sama, said Naruto with fake devotion. Danzo seemed to look at Naruto for a moment, trying to detect any hidden intentions, but Naruto remained stoic and looked at Danzo without averting his eyes from him. Seems he has understood the meaning of shinobi. You will be a great asset to the village and for me, thought Danzo. Looks like I'm a spy in enemy camps. Who would have thought I would become a spy for the Hokage in my own village, thought Naruto humorously. Welcome to the Foundation. You will take your orders from me. The future of the Leaf Village depends on you. Mistakes will not be tolerated, said Danzo with authoritativeness. Yes, sir, said Naruto with determination. Danzo then passed a little note to Naruto and gave him the signal to read it. Naruto read the note and understood the meaning behind it. He gave a calculative gaze to Danzo and started reading it. Those of the Foundation have no names, no emotions. There is no past, no future, but only the mission. We are the roots that support the trunk of the Great Leaf Village from the shadows, said Naruto firmly. Good, always remember that. Now you will await for further orders from me, until then you are dismissed. Your identity in the Foundation should not be known. We do not exist, do you understand? Asked Danzo stoically. Ichai, yelled Naruto. Naruto then gave a short bow to Danzo, and the Anbu squad that had brought him to the base took him away with a shunshin. Danzo then gave a signal and immediately 2 Anbu stepped from the shadows and bowed before him. Keep an eye on him. If he shows any sign of opening his mouth, erase his memory of this meeting and everything related to the Foundation, instructed Danzo. Permission to speak, Danzo-sama, asked one of the Anbu, to which Danzo gave a nod. Why didn't you give him a cursed seal? He could reveal the contents of this meeting to the Hokage, asked one of the Anbu without emotion. I cannot place a cursed seal on him. Hiruzen or Kakashi would notice instantly and there would be various questions that will follow afterwards, so it is your job to make sure to keep an eye on Naruto. Ordered Danzo. The two Anbu nodded and disappeared in the shadows. Soon, very soon, Konoha will rule over all the shinobi world and I will be the one to establish peace. My era has come, thought Danzo with a smirk. Naruto was rushing towards Training Ground 28 with tremendous speed. His meeting with Danzo had gone longer than expected and as a result he was 15 minutes late for his meeting with Kurenai and Naruto knew how badly women react when a person arrives late. Naruto was thinking how things had changed in a matter of few hours. He had voluntarily become a spy in Danzo's foundation in order to protect the village from Danzo's fanatical ideologies and beliefs. He didn't know how he was going to find out the truth, but he would not rest until he finds out what the truth was about him and Danzo. I cannot tell Gigi or Kakashi and Isan about this. Danzo seems to be a very secretive person. If he has such sensitive information about me and Konoha, then surely he would have taken appropriate measures to cover his tracks. I will have to enter the foundation and track down Danzo's activities by myself, thought Naruto with determination. Naruto then thought about his parents and a feeling of sadness came across his heart. But before jumping to any conclusions he decided to investigate the truth instead of believing Danzo blindly. Naruto arrived at the Training Ground 28 and looked around for any signs of Kurenai. She seemed to be nowhere in sight. Guess I was late, thought Naruto dejectedly. Then immediately an idea came across his mind. He started concentrating in order to find any traces of Kurenai or anyone else's chakra in the area. At first it seemed that no one was there, but after a few more minutes of hard concentration Naruto found a faint trace of 2 chakra signatures coming from some distant trees. These 2 chakra signatures were so hard to detect that they must be Anbu or elite Jounin level ninja. Now the question was, were these Anbu/Jounin of the Hokage or of Danzo? Assuming them to be of Danzo's men, Naruto knew Danzo must be keeping an eye on him, so he decided to remain cautious and started searching for Kurenai's chakra signature again. He found a faint trace of chakra signature from a tree which was few feet away from him. Walking towards the tree, Naruto quickly formed the ram seal and released a little chakra, dispelling the genjutsu. As soon as the genjutsu was dispelled, Naruto saw a person standing there giving him a stern look. This person was none other than Kurenai. Naruto flinched a little on seeing Kurenai's hard gaze and also felt guilty as it was his fault that she had to wait for him. Naruto, why are you late? Asked Kurenai a little angrily. Forgive me Kurenai, my training with Kakashi went a little longer and I got late. I'm sorry, said Naruto apologetically and bowed in front of Kurenai. Kurenai was not a person who accepted excuses. She was a strict person who always accomplished her tasks on time and as such hated when people arrived late for work or gave excuses, but seeing Naruto bow before her asking for forgiveness melted her heart. She then put a hand on Naruto's shoulder. Naruto looked up and saw Kurenai giving him a small smile. It's alright, but please don't let it happen again, said Kurenai softly. Arigato Kurenai, I promise I won't ever be late again, said Naruto sincerely. Kurenai smiled a little on hearing Naruto's promise. So, how were you able to see through my genjutsu? Even though I was not trying harder, but still, how were you able to spot me? Asked Kurenai curiously. Oh, I was just lucky, joked Naruto, rubbing the back of his head. I don't think so, said Kurenai a little skeptically. Alright, I was able to sense your genjutsu, said Naruto honestly. Kurenai seemed to be impressed with Naruto's ability, even if it was just a low-level genjutsu for an academy student to see it so much easily and dispel it was quite impressive. That's impressive, now shall we begin your training? Asked Kurenai a little enthusiastically. Training a person who was interested in genjutsu was always Kurenai's dream. That dream had failed with Yakumo, but with Naruto she hoped to give him proper guidance in genjutsu. What are waiting for Kurenai? Said Naruto with enthusiasm. Alright, now first I want you to tell me all you know about genjutsu, instructed Kurenai, wanting to know what Naruto knew about genjutsu. Genjutsu techniques are the illusion techniques of a ninja. They normally require hand seals. Genjutsu will use hypnotism to cause hallucinations in others. By causing such illusions they can cause their target mental pain and suffering just as real as physical hurt. Genjutsu is created when a ninja extends their chakra flow through the cerebral nervous system of their opponent to control their mind's chakra, thereby affecting their 5 senses, explained Naruto. Excellent, now do you know the number of ways to dispel a genjutsu? Asked Kurenai. To combat the effects of genjutsu, there are 2 options. The first option is for the ninja to stop the flow of chakra in their body, and then apply an even stronger power to disrupt the flow of the caster's chakra. The second option is to have an outside ninja unaffected by the genjutsu make body contact, and use their chakra to disrupt the caster's flow. However, there are some other ways to break genjutsu. By causing intense pain to his own body a person can break genjutsu, or with the help of jujitsu like the Sharingan, concluded Naruto. Kurenai was very impressed with Naruto's perfect theoretical knowledge relating to genjutsu. That's very accurate explanation. However, there is one more way to break a genjutsu, said Kurenai calmly. What is it? Asked Naruto curiously. Strong smells are also able to break a person out of genjutsu. For example, if a person is caught in a genjutsu and if chili pepper bombs are bursted near him, then it would affect his sense of smell and thus will dispel the genjutsu casted on him, explained Kurenai. That's strange, said Naruto. In order to be able to use genjutsu, a person must have very good chakra control and high level of intelligence so that he can make the genjutsu according to the battle scenarios, said Kurenai. Well, I know some chakra control exercises and have mastered them, said Naruto. Which exercises do you know? Asked Kurenai curiously. I can do the leaf balancing taught at the academy, while Kakashi has taught me tree walking and water walking, said Naruto honestly. That's logical given your condition. If you even want to learn any ninjutsu, you must at least know tree walking and water walking. Kakashi has indeed given you some good training, said Kurenai with a small smile. Oh, you have no idea, Kurenai, thought Naruto with a smirk. But considering you have very high chakra reserves, these chakra control exercises are not capable for you to have effective control for genjutsu. I can understand why Kakashi was not able to teach you much, because he is a ninjutsu specialist while I am a genjutsu specialist. With time I'll help you in learning genjutsu, said Kurenai confidently. Arigato, Kurenai. Do you have any chakra control exercise in mind? Asked Naruto curiously. Yes, in fact I know a few chakra control exercises that will help you increase your chakra control tremendously, but they won't be easy to learn and even harder to master, warned Kurenai. No matter what happens I will learn them, believe it, said Naruto with determination. Kurenai gave a true smile and was happy to see Naruto's fierce determination for learning genjutsu. Alright. The exercise which I am going to teach you are the kunai balancing and senbon balancing techniques. These are elite jounin level exercises. Normally you wouldn't need to do so much exercise to cast a genjutsu, but you have very large chakra reserves, so you will need to train harder in order to control your chakra, explained Kurenai. That's fine, so which one I'm going to learn first? Asked Naruto curiously. The kunai balancing chakra control exercise is the one which you are going to learn first. This exercise is divided into 3 parts. In the first stage you must make the kunai stand up in your hand with the help of your chakra. Then in the second stage you use your chakra to balance on point of kunai that is stuck in the ground with the help of only one finger. And in the final stage you must use your chakra to make the kunai spin in your hand very quickly. This is the exercise, explained Kurenai briefly. Man, that sounds difficult, said Naruto tiredly. You are not giving up, are you? said Kurenai with fake anger. Nah, it's difficult but I'll do it anyways, said Naruto with a smile. That's good, now take out a kunai and place it on your right hand, instructed Kurenai. Naruto took out a kunai from his pouch and placed it on his right hand. He then looked up to Kurenai for further instructions. Now use your chakra to lift the kunai on your hand as much as you can. Try to balance your chakra, said Kurenai, and took out her own kunai and showed Naruto how to do the exercise. Alright, all I need to do is channel my chakra in my hands in proper proportion, thought Naruto. He then started channeling a lot of chakra, but instead of getting the kunai to stand up, it started twitching wildly in Naruto's hands. You are channeling way too much chakra, try to control your flow. Concentrate and feel the movement of your chakra in your hands, said Kurenai and showed Naruto the exercise again. Alright, I have to reduce my chakra, thought Naruto. He then started channeling chakra in limited proportion to his hand. The kunai lifted an inch on his hands. Naruto was trying very hard to maintain the steady flow of chakra in his hands, but the amount of concentration and the weight of the kunai were very tough to balance, and as a result after a few more moments he couldn't continue the exercise. Should I use the shadow clones to increase my training speed? Thought Naruto. Hey Kurenai, is there any other way to make this exercise a lot easier? Asked Naruto, even though he was knowing the answer he needed to hear Kurenai's answer. Well, there is only one technique that can help you, and that is the shadow clone jutsu, but that technique can be very dangerous as it drains your chakra quickly and you are not qualified to use it, said Kurenai, sternly making her point clear. Oh, is that so? Asked Naruto with a smirk and formed the hand sign. Kurenai's eyes widened on seeing the hand sign and shouted at Naruto to stop, but it was too late. Kage Bunshin no Jutsu. Immediately 10 Naruto clones stood around Kurenai with a smirk hidden behind their masks. Naruto, what the hell have you done? Yelled Kurenai angrily. Relax, I know this jutsu and I even know what it does. I can maintain my clones as I have more than enough chakra reserves, said Naruto, calmly unfazed by Kurenai's anger. Who taught you such dangerous jutsu? Asked Kurenai sharply. Well, Kakashi-nisan, said Naruto, but was cut off when he felt a little killer intent coming from Kurenai. After our training I need to have a talk with Kakashi, said Kurenai furiously. Hey, don't get mad, let me explain, said Naruto. He then explained his entire condition to Kurenai and how it did not harm him. At first Kurenai didn't believe him and was asking him to dispel the clones immediately, but after a few more minutes of seeing the clones trying to perform the exercise and not seeing even a little bit strain on Naruto, concluded that Naruto must have been speaking the truth. I wonder what else Kakashi has taught Naruto, thought Kurenai. See, I told you it does not have any side effect on me, said Naruto with a smirk. What else has Kakashi taught you? I hope it isn't very dangerous or else it won't end well for a certain Ika fan, said Kurenai with a dark aura tone. Man, she sure is protective, thought Naruto, but also smiled a little for seeing Kurenai's affection for him. Oh, nothing much, just this and that, said Naruto in an amused tone. Smartass are we? Well, for that you will practice this exercise with kunai in both of your hands at the same time, said Kurenai in a sadistic tone. What? Yelled Naruto. A few hours later. Naruto and Kurenai were sitting in the shade of a nearby tree enjoying the peaceful atmosphere. Naruto seemed to be exhausted and was resting in order to regain his strength. The chakra control exercise was extremely difficult for him. Even with the help of his clones he was not able to make the kunai stand up properly in his hands. Kurenai had been true to her words and had indeed made him practice with kunai in both hands. Naruto wondered that whether she possessed a little sadistic habits like Enko, but decided to not say his opinion to Kurenai, fearing her wrath. Naruto started thinking on whether what Danzo said to him was true or not. If it was true, why did his parents did this to him, knowing how a life of a Jinchuriki is? What made them do this? Why did both of them had to die and leave him alone? So many questions were running across his mind with no answer in sight. Kurenai seemed to recognize Naruto's sad mood and decided to lighten his mood. She then took out a small ration bar and handed it to Naruto. "A ration bar?" asked Naruto curiously. "It'll help you increase your energy and replenish your stamina a little," said Kurenai with smile. "Arigato Kurenai," said Naruto with his own smile. "What are friends for?" said Kurenai happily. "You are a good friend Kurenai, I am grateful to you for helping me," said Naruto. "You're welcome. If you don't mind me asking what is troubling you," asked Kurenai curiously. "Am I that easy to read?" sighed Naruto. "I guess, or I am just awesome," joked Kurenai. Naruto laughed on hearing this. He felt quite happy that he was able to reduce his grief with Kurenai's help. "The exercise is quite difficult, even with my clones I am having trouble controlling my chakra," said Naruto frustratingly. "You are doing better than I expected. I believe with the help of your clones you will be able to master the exercise in maybe 2 months. Have a little faith in yourself," said Kurenai proudly. She was quite amazed at the rate Naruto was learning. He would become a skilled genjutsu specialist in a few years. "Thanks Kurenai," said Naruto. "What is your dream Naruto?" asked Kurenai suddenly. Naruto was surprised a little on hearing being asked such a question. "My dream is to bring peace to this world," said Naruto sadly. "Peace?" asked Kurenai surprisingly. "A world where parents don't die, where people don't hate each other, where children can live happily with their family," said Naruto sadly. He started to feel a lot more lonelier. Kurenai also got a little sad on hearing the meaning in Naruto's words and the pain behind it. She got closer to Naruto and hugged him tightly. Naruto stiffened a little on the sudden contact but after a few moments relaxed and hugged Kurenai tightly. They held on to each other for a few minutes. "Thank you Kurenai," said Naruto gratefully. "I'm always there for you Naruto," said Kurenai sincerely. "I would do anything to achieve my dream, even if it means sacrificing myself," said Naruto with determination. "Don't say such things. You'll achieve your dream and don't even think about dying." "I will kick you in the balls and bring you back from the dead," joked Kurenai but also gave a little stern gaze to Naruto, indicating that she was meant what she said. Naruto felt a lot more happy. He felt comfortable in Kurenai's company. It was as if he was at peace when he was with her. "Is this what it means to understand a person?" thought Naruto. "So how's it like living with Kakashi?" asked Kurenai curiously. "Well, Nissan is a carefree guy. He lets me do most of the things I want and doesn't bother me much. He likes to train me and reads his book every time. I wonder why he is so hooked. Sure it's a good book dash," said Naruto but stopped when he felt a rise in the temperature around him. He saw Kurenai with a dark aura surrounding her. Naruto wondered what had he done that pissed of Kurenai. "You think Ika is a good book?" asked Kurenai menacingly, ready to teach Naruto a lesson if the answer was wrong. No, I mean from the sales of the book in the markets," said Naruto quickly. "Very well, if I ever find you reading that smut I'll kill you," said Kurenai sternly. "Sure. Man, you sure are scary like Anko," mumbled Naruto. "Anko?" asked a surprised Kurenai. "Yeah, she is one of my best friends. You can say she is like family to me, like a big sister." "Why do you know her?" asked Naruto. "Yeah, she is my best friend. But she never told me anything about you," said Kurenai. Naruto just shrugged his shoulders, indicating that he couldn't say what Anko would do. "Well, it's getting late and I have to visit Konohamaru," said Naruto and got up. He then offered his hand to Kurenai and made her get up. "Hokage-sama's grandson?" asked Kurenai curiously. "Yeah, he's like my annoying little brother," joked Naruto. "It seems you are quite popular in the Sarutobi clan," said Kurenai with a smirk. "Hehe, I try my best," joked Naruto. "Keep practicing your chakra control exercise and meet me tomorrow here at the same time and don't be late," said Kurenai sternly. "I'll be on time, I promise," said Naruto sincerely. "Well, I've got to visit Hokage-sama. I'll see you tomorrow Naruto," said Kurenai and disappeared with a shushin. "See ya Kurenai," said Naruto and disappeared in his own shunshin. Hokage Tower. Hiruzen Sarutobi was having a regular day at the office, assigning missions, looking over reports, and many other things. But today an interesting thing had happened. Kurenai Yuhi was right now standing in his office giving him a report of her mission, and she seemed to be very happy. "So how's his progress?" asked Hiruzen curiously. "He is having difficulty controlling his chakra, but from what I have seen he will be able to master it in a few weeks, though I was surprised he is able to use Kage Bunsen," said Kurenai. "He is indeed very special," said Hiruzen with a smile. "Hokage-sama, I want to ask a question," asked Kurenai hesitatingly. "Go ahead," said Hiruzen flatly. "Why did you assign me the mission of teaching Naruto Genjutsu?" asked Kurenai curiously. "After you told me how he helped you yesterday and was interested in Genjutsu, I thought you were the best for teaching him. Kakashi had tried to teach him but Genjutsu is not his specialty, so you were the best option I had, and it was very honest of you to tell me your intentions before you started training Naruto," said Hiruzen proudly. "I did my duty, Hokage-sama. He is only an academy student and so it was my duty to ask for your permission to train him," said Kurenai honestly. "That is why I trust you, Kurenai. You are a great shinobi of this village and have made great sacrifice for it. Also I wanted you to spend some time away from missions, so I assigned you this duty in order to relieve your stress and enjoy your life a little," said Hiruzen with a kind smile. "I am very grateful to you for showing me such generosity even though I do not deserve it," said Kurenai a little dejectedly. "Nonsense, you are a nice person, Kurenai, who just had some bad incidents in her life." "So, what's your opinion of Naruto?" asked Hiruzen, trying to lighten Kurenai's mood. "He is a very nice person, Hokage-sama. He is kind, caring and even funny at times, but the most interesting thing is that he is way maturer than people his age," said Kurenai with a wide smile. She had taken quite a liking to Naruto. It is because of the pain he suffered that he is like this. While growing up, Naruto had to face a lot of disdain from the people of this village. As a result, he had to increase his analytical ability to judge people, so he could understand them, explained Hiruzen. "That is very true, Hokage-sama," said Kurenai with pity. "Don't give him that look, Kurenai. Naruto does not like when someone pities him. He always tries to overcome obstacles, and his love for the village and those close to him is the greatest I have ever seen in a person. After the Shodai Hokage, it would be better if I show you Naruto's love for his precious people," said Hiruzen kindly and took out his crystal ball. "What do you want to show me?" asked Kurenai curiously. "It's almost time. He must be at the gates by now," thought Hiruzen, and gestured Kurenai to look in the crystal ball. With Naruto. Naruto had arrived at the Sarutobi's clan compound in order to meet Konohamaru. This was one of the few clans in Konoha that accepted him as a person and not as the Jinchuriki of the Kyubi. Most of the clan members of the Sarutobi clan were kind to Naruto even after so many of their clan had died because of the Kyubi during its attack few years ago. The guards at the gates gave a smile to Naruto, which he returned as well. The Sarutobi clan compound was a huge area. It covered a big lawn which had a small lake in it. There were many houses of various shapes and sizes in the compound, all of which surrounding a grand three-story mansion. This mansion was of the Hokage. It had the best furniture in Konoha and was equipped with all the facilities. Only Hiruzen and his family stayed in his mansion. "I'm home," said Naruto happily and opened the door of the mansion. No sooner than a few seconds Konohamaru came running across the hall with a big smile on his face. "Naruto Nikken," yelled Konohamaru happily and jumped on Naruto. Naruto was taken back by the sudden weight and fell on the ground with Konohamaru on top of him. At first both of them stared at each other but soon started laughing loudly. "Welcome home, Naruto," said a woman warmly. This woman was Imiko, Konohamaru's mother. She had jet black hair that reached up to her shoulders and had a fair-skinned body. She was a very beautiful woman who wore a simple dark purple blouse, with a red plum skirt and a light yellow apron over it. "It's good to be home, Imiko Oba-chan," said Naruto with a smile. "Naruto, what have I told you to call me?" asked Imiko with mock anger. "Sorry Ka-chan," said Naruto sheepishly. Imiko loved Naruto like her own son. After the death of her husband during a mission, she was left to raise Konohamaru by her own. She faced a lot of difficulty in raising Konohamaru despite having the support of Hiruzen and her clan. She could never fulfill the role of a father in Konohamaru's life, but after Naruto came in their lives, Konohamaru never missed his father as often as he did before. Konohamaru loved Naruto like his own elder brother, and Naruto loved Konohamaru even more than anyone she knew. "Let's go outside and play together, Naruto-nikan," said Konohamaru enthusiastically. "Stop that, Konohamaru-chan, Naruto must be hungry. You can play after he eats something," said Imiko sternly. Konohamaru became sad after hearing his mother and had a dejected look on his face. Naruto couldn't look at Konohamaru's such face. Naruto loved Konohamaru very much and always did something to make him happy, so he decided to do it this time too, even though he was hungry. "It's okay. I can eat later, besides I'm not much hungry," lied Naruto with a smile. "Hehe, let's go Naruto-nikan," said Konohamaru and dragged Naruto away to the training grounds of the clan. "Those two," thought Imiko with a warm smile. Naruto and Konohamaru arrived at the training ground. It had all the things necessary for a shinobi to train. It had various dummy posts, a small armory, a dojo, and lot of targets for practicing kunai and shuriken training. "So what should we play?" asked Naruto curiously. "Let's play Ninja Naruto-nikan," said Konohamaru happily. Naruto chuckled on hearing that when he was Konohamaru's age he too liked playing ninja with his friends and was one of his favorite games. He agreed to play the game readily. They both played for half an hour until Konohamaru stopped playing and took Naruto to the training grounds. "Hey Nikan, can you show me some cool jutsu, please?" begged Konohamaru with his puppy eyes. "Damn, I can't show him any ninjutsu or else he'll never stop until I teach him." What to do, thought Naruto, and then suddenly an idea hit him. "I'll show you my shuriken jutsu," said Naruto happily. He was the best at shuriken jutsu even though he didn't show it to everyone. There were 11 targets in the training area, all of these targets set in 11 different directions on 11 different trees. It would be easy to hit all of them. "Let's see if I can do that at the same time," thought Naruto jovially. Konohamaru was carefully watching what Naruto was going to do. After the death of his father his life had become lonely. He had no siblings, and even though he had his mother and Gigi he still felt alone. But everything had changed after Naruto came in his life. He was the kind and gentle older brother that Konohamaru always wanted. Naruto was the best in whatever he did, and no matter what happened he was always there for Konohamaru. Naruto was Konohamaru's ideal and he wanted to surpass him. Naruto took out 11 shuriken from his pouch and looked at his targets briefly. He then leapt high in the air and released all the 11 shuriken at the same time. The projectiles rushed towards their targets with great speed, and what happened next shocked Konohamaru. All of the 11 targets were hit in the center by the shuriken, and at the same time, even the one that was behind Naruto was hit perfectly. "How did he do it?" thought Konohamaru, amazed by the display. "I hope that's good enough," said Naruto sheepishly. "Good enough? You freaking nailed every target, even the one in the back," yelled Konohamaru. "Hehe, sorry about that," said Naruto with a small chuckle. Sometimes he just behaved a little clumsily. "Nikan, can you please teach me this shuriken jutsu?" asked Konohamaru pleadingly. "It'll have to wait, I have important training tomorrow, I must prepare," said Naruto sadly. He had joined the Root and from tomorrow his training was going to begin. Also Konohamaru was a bit too young to learn shuriken jutsu. "You're such a big fat liar," said Konohamaru with a cute pout on his face. I started training at his age too, but I still want him to have a childhood and not just spend it in training, thought Naruto. Sorry about that, Konohamaru, we'll do it some other time, okay? Asked Naruto with a small sheepy smile. How can I even become Hokage if I cannot even surpass you? I'm stupid and I'm not even a good ninja and I'm yelled Konohamaru. Tick, Naruto poked Konohamaru's forehead. You can become Hokage, said Naruto firmly. Konohamaru's eyes snapped and he looked at Naruto curiously. I believe in you, said Naruto with a warm smile. Konohamaru couldn't believe what he just heard. His Gigi had told him playfully that he could become Hokage, but no one had ever truly said to him that they truly believed that he would become the Hokage. Except Naruto. You believe in me? Asked a shocked Konohamaru. I wouldn't be a good big brother if I cannot even believe in my precious Otuto, asked Naruto with a smile. You would become a great Hokage, thought Naruto warmly. Konohamaru hugged Naruto tightly. He had finally found someone who truly believed in his dreams, he was accepted by his big brother and there was nothing else in life that could have pleased Konohamaru more. Well, it's getting late, we should go, we wouldn't want Ka-chan to become angry, do we? Asked Naruto playfully. No, Nikon, she is quite scary when she is angry, said Konohamaru with a little fear. Naruto chuckled a little and ruffled Konohamaru's hair, earning a pout from the boy. He then picked up Konohamaru and placed him on his back and started walking towards the home to eat some snacks and spend time with Emiko. Nikon, that was so much fun, will you play with me again sometime? Asked Konohamaru hopefully. Sure, but I'm going to become a genin soon and you'll start attending the Ninja Academy next year, so we aren't going to have much free time for ourselves anymore, said Naruto calmly. That's okay as long as you can still spend time with me once in a while and you just wait, Nikon, I'll surpass you very soon, said Konohamaru confidently. You are my brother, Konohamaru, I'll always be there for you even if it is just as an obstacle for you to overcome, said Naruto deeply. Konohamaru started to have few tears in his eyes, he did not know Naruto loved him so much. Even if you do hate me, I'll always protect you, that's what big brothers are for, said Naruto happily. I love you, Nikon, said Konohamaru with tears in his eyes and hugged Naruto closely. I love you too, said Naruto with a true smile and started walking towards the house. Neither he nor Konohamaru had noticed that their conversation had been watched by 3 individuals. Hokage Tower. Hiruzen and Kurenai were stunned by how much Naruto loved Konohamaru. Both of them had a few tears in their eyes on seeing the emotional scene between the 2 brothers. I'm glad I met someone like him, Hokage-sama, he is such a good person, I just wish the villagers could see that in him too, said Kurenai and wiped her tears. His love is far greater than I thought, he is truly the hero of the Hidden Leaf, said Hiruzen proudly, he was so touched by seeing what those 2 boys were for each other. Itachi-kun, he is so much like you. I just wish he doesn't have to follow the dark path that you were forced to follow, thought Hiruzen sadly, but he had no idea that everything had changed. Naruto was sitting at the bank of the Naka River. It was known as the River of Southern Joy and was located in the territory of the now-deceased Uchiha clan. Naruto used to come here often, this was a place where he would try to understand the things in his life and tried to understand himself. Even though he was never officially part of the Uchiha clan, but his father was an Uchiha and so he was too a part of it, and so by coming here he thought that he could somewhat be in the lands of his forefathers and enjoy the company. Naruto was still thinking about what Danzo said to him. He was still sad, but after spending some time with Emiko and Konohamaru his sadness had decreased quite a bit and now he was just thinking what to do. Who can tell me the truth? I cannot ask Gigi or Kakashi Nissen, they'll suspect me and my cover would be blown. Who can tell me the truth, thought Naruto in confusion. Only Kakashi and Hiruzen seemed to know of his parents and then suddenly Naruto remembered who his father was and if it was true then there was one person who could tell him the truth. Kyuubi, thought Naruto. He then started meditating in order to enter his mind and talk with the Kyuubi and find out the truth. After a few moments he found himself in the sewer and Kyuubi was looking at him curiously and with a little respect. What do you want? Asked Kyubi calmly. This surprised Naruto. The last time they had talked Kyubi he did not want anything to do with him, and now he was talking with him so easily and was also not insulting him. I assume you have seen what has happened today? Asked Naruto. So? Asked Kyubi seriously. I want to know the truth, said Naruto seriously. Why should I tell you anything? Asked Kyubi curiously. I have seen your love for your people, brat. Although it is just a nuisance, I am a kitsune and such loyal to my people too, and I respect you for that, thought Kyubi. Because you are my friend, said Naruto simply. Friend? Asked Kyubi and then started roaring with laughter. Naruto did not show any emotion and waited for Kurama to stop laughing. What if I told you that I was the one who killed your parents? Asked Kyubi sternly, all humor gone from his voice. What? Asked a shocked Naruto. Everything that one-eyed freak told you is true. You are the son of that bastard and Kushina, said Kyubi angrily. I see, said Naruto. Now what will you say? Would you still want to be my friend even after knowing I killed your parents? They both died sacrificing their lives for you, said Kyubi seriously. This can't be true. They just used me to seal you in me, said Naruto a little angrily. That is true, but when I tried to kill you to stop the sealing they got in their way saying that they shall protect you, said Kyubi honestly. Why are you telling me this? Asked Naruto with tears in his eyes. Knowing that his parents loved him and gave their lives to protect him melted his heart. He still resented them for making him a Jinchuriki. But he did not hate them. You are a very interesting person, and besides, what do I get by lying to you? Your hatred is weak and I'm stuck and you might as well tell you the truth. Now answer me, would you still like to be friends knowing that I am responsible for your pain and I don't regret any of it at all? Asked the Kyubi seriously. My answer is still the same, said Naruto stoically. Are you an idiot? Do you even know what the hell are you saying? Yelled the Kyubi angrily. Don't get the wrong idea. I still don't like that you killed my parents, but in a way I am also responsible for this, said Naruto calmly. How? Asked the Kyubi with genuine interest in his voice. Humanity has used the tailed beasts for decades for their own power and benefit. We took away your freedom, we were the ones who made you our slaves, no living being should have his freedom taken away. As a result you hate humanity for using you, and your hatred towards us increased, and whenever you get the chance you try to take your revenge. I can understand your pain because like you I was also used as a tool, said Naruto sadly. Kyubi was left speechless after hearing that. In his entire existence humans had been terrified of him, hated him, used him, feared him, but never had any human except the Rikudo Sannin asked to be their friend and understood their pain. Kyubi then looked at Naruto intently. The boy was a descendant of the Rikudo Sannin and possessed his eyes and exceptional body. He loved even those who shunned him just like the sage, and he was the one who forgave him and wanted to be his friend. There will come a person who will guide you and show you the meaning of true power. Kyubi still clearly remembered the words of Rikudo Sannin, and after considering everything made a decision that he had not made for any other human. Kurama, said the beast. What? Asked Naruto curiously. My name is Kurama, said the Kyubi with little annoyance in his voice. Uchiha Naruto, said Naruto calmly. Uchiha? Asked the Kyubi a little angrily. He still despised that name. The world knows me as Hatake Naruto or Uzumaki Naruto, but what I am truly is an Uchiha. I accept what I am and I hope you understand as my friend, said Naruto with a small smile. I despise that name, hissed Kyubi. Why do you hate the Uchiha so much? Asked Naruto curiously. I don't want to answer that, and besides you have got some company, said Kurama trying to avoid further talk. Very well, I accept you as my friend Kurama and I forgive you, said Naruto and disappeared from the sewer. I accept you as my friend too, Uchiha Naruto, perhaps you are the one Toussaint talked about, thought Kurama with a smirk. Naka River. Naruto opened his eyes and saw Sasuke sitting beside him at the banks of the Naka River. He seemed to be sitting there quietly without showing any emotion on his face. It seems you are awake, said Sasuke and turned to face Naruto. Why are you here, Sasuke? Asked Naruto curiously. I regularly visit this place, it is a part of the Uchiha territory after all, but what are you doing here? Asked Sasuke skeptically. I visit this place too, it is peaceful and I like to sit by beside the river, said Naruto honestly. Both the boys seemed to become quiet for a while, enjoying the peace. The only sound that was made was that of the river. It was already night time and the moon was shining brightly and the reflection of the boys' faces was visible in the river. How are you so strong, Naruto? Asked Sasuke curiously. Naruto was taken aback by this sudden question. He decided to just not answer it, but then he remembered what Kakashi had told him and Sasuke's pain. Besides, he is still my brother, might as well give him a chance, thought Naruto. I fight to protect the people I care about. What do you fight for, Sasuke? Asked Naruto seriously. I want to avenge my clan and kill Itachi, that is what I fight for, said Sasuke a little angrily. You are wrong, Sasuke, said Naruto flatly. What? Asked Sasuke angrily. True strength does not come from hatred but by protecting someone precious to you. Tell me what is precious to you? Asked Naruto curiously. There is no one precious to me. My parents, my clan, everyone is dead and only I am left, said Sasuke sadly. You are wrong. You can still have friends if you want to be friends with people, said Naruto calmly. I don't want to be anyone's friend. I'm an avenger, I will avenge my clan and kill my brother, said Sasuke with determination. You are wrong again, Sasuke, hatred will only cause you more pain, said Naruto sadly. Don't you dare say that. You don't know anything about me, you don't know what it's like to lose your parents, yelled Sasuke. You are right, I never knew my parents and I cannot understand your pain, but I know what you are going through as I have been there. I was also an orphan before Kakashi adopted me and I can understand your loneliness and pain better than anyone in Konoha, said Naruto sincerely. How can you say that? Asked Sasuke curiously. He too wanted to know on what grounds Naruto was claiming that he understood him. I hope by doing this I am making the right choice, thought Naruto, and made a major decision. Because you and I are brothers, said Naruto and looked at Sasuke with his 3-tomo Sharingan. Chapter 7, Falcon. 3 years later. A lone figure waited in the shadows. It was something he was very proficient at, after all shinobi were meant to be swift and stealthy. In front of him was a palace surrounded by an army of samurai. Now samurai were not as strong as shinobi but were still one of the most finest swordsmen and intelligent people in the world. One mistake and it was all over for him. His red eyes carefully observed the movements of the patrols. The guards' movements were sloppy and were easy to decipher, and as a result he had got past several such patrols and had now entered the daimyo's palace. The daimyo's palace was very huge. It had a great number of chambers and various passages leading to different directions. For any other person it was like a maze, but not for this person. He was an Anbu, one of the best and most skilled shinobi of his village. His Anbu gear and the sword strapped on his back were proof of that. He was Falcon, one of the bravest and quickest Anbu of his village. He had performed some dangerous missions for the sake of his village and this one was not an exception. His mission was to assassinate the daimyo of Bird Country and make it look like his own guards had killed him. He did not know why he had to assassinate his target. Like every other assassination mission, he was just given the target and not the reason for the assassination. But now was not the time to think about such things, he had a mission to complete. He quickly performed a specific set of hand signs in order to proceed without being detected. Maisegakure no Jutsu, hiding with camouflage technique. This jutsu was one of his finest jutsu in his arsenal. Only those with a dojutsu or a sensing ability would be able to spot him. He quickly faded in the shadows and started moving across the corridors at a very steady pace. Even though this jutsu made him almost undetectable, but he had to be careful. He had memorized all the passages of the palace and every possible routes for entry and exit from the palace. He was about to turn left in order to proceed towards the daimyo's private chamber but stopped when he saw two samurai looking in his direction firmly. A little sweat started to form on his forehead. He was by no means weak, but he could not take on an army of samurai all alone. Even if he could escape, his mission would be a failure. He carefully placed his hand on his sword's hilt, ready to finish of the pair of samurai. But luckily one of the samurai joked that they must have been imagining things and went of their own way. He sighed in relief and proceeded towards his target, but had to hide immediately behind a pillar when a patrol passed beside him. This mission was getting difficult with every passing moment. He had to finish it within a specific timeline. After a few minutes he reached his destination, the daimyo's private chamber. It was surrounded by 10 heavily armed samurai who were constantly monitoring each and every activity. The door to the chambers was locked, and apparently only one of the samurai would have the key to the chambers. His red eyes glanced over the samurai in grey armor with a red metallic mask covering his face and a sword strapped on his waist. He seemed to have a heavy armor on his chest and legs and had gauntlets covering his arms. The Anbu assumed that he was the leader of this samurai unit and as such had access to the room, so he had to keep him alive for the time being while eliminate the rest of the samurai. He knew attacking the samurai head-on would only cause more commotion in the palace, and as such had a fine plan in his mind. He performed another set of hand signs quickly in order to cast his jutsu on his targets. Kokwanjio no Jutsu, Bringer of Darkness technique. Immediately the samurai were surrounded in a world of darkness. None of them could see a thing. Their eyesight were completely blocked and nothing was visible in the darkness. The Anbu quickly leaped at his targets in order to finish them. He appeared behind a samurai and took out the samurai's sword and in one swift motion beheaded him with his lifeless body falling to the ground with a thud. The remaining samurai quickly became alert but still couldn't see a thing. One by one slashes of a sword could be heard, followed by the sound of bodies dropping to the ground. The Anbu cut through the samurai, hitting them in the neck and instantly killing them, and before anyone could counterattack all of the samurai were dead except for their leader. The leader looked around in the darkness. He knew his men were dead and he was going to join them soon. No matter what he tried, the world around him was dark. It was as if he had gone blind in an instant. "Your abilities are indeed impressive, assassin," said the leader in a monotone voice without any emotion in it. He was surprised when the darkness around him disappeared and he was staring into blood-red eyes with 3 tomo surrounding it. The Anbu quickly cast his genjutsu on the samurai leader and disappeared in the shadows in order to let the samurai finish the work. The doors to the chamber opened and the samurai went towards the daimyo's bed where he appeared to be sleeping. The daimyo was a thin bald man with wrinkles on his face. The samurai quickly took out his sword and in a swift motion struck the daimyo in his chest. The man's eyes widened before it closed permanently. The Anbu quickly appeared behind the samurai and in a quick motion beheaded him with his lifeless body falling beside the daimyo. He then quickly placed the body of another dead samurai beside the other 2 dead bodies, making it appear that one of them had been trying to save the daimyo. He quickly searched through the dead samurai leader's pocket and found a letter. He read the letter and found out that it was for his daughter. It pained the Anbu's heart knowing that he was the one who had made the child an orphan by killing her father. The man was someone's father, someone's husband, and yet he had killed him for the sake of his village. Putting those thoughts aside, he quickly took out a piece of paper and wrote a suicide note in the samurai's leader handwriting, claiming responsibility for assassinating the daimyo. The handwriting in the fake suicide note was the same as it was in the letter which the samurai had written for his daughter. Putting both the letters in the samurai leader's pocket, he turned around to leave the palace. "Forgive me." These were the Anbu's last words for the samurai before he disappeared from the chamber with a single tear dropping from his blood-red eyes. A lone figure was standing in front of the famous memorial stone of Konoha. He was wearing his Anbu gear and had his sword strapped on his back. The only distinguishing feature he had was his spiky blonde hair and his falcon Anbu mask. He knelt down in front of the memorial stone and placed a hand on the stone. He visited this place every day. This place reminded him of the people he had lost and what they fought and died for. This person was none other than Naruto Uchiha. It had been 3 long years in his life. 3 years of suffering and loneliness. He knew that he had to make sacrifices when he had joined Root, but he didn't know that the sacrifices would change him so drastically. Root was a very dangerous organization and the things they had done were inhuman. Naruto had tried very hard to gather evidences against Danzo and his Root and had found out some very interesting facts. First of all, Danzo was secretly recruiting few children to join the organization. Naruto tried to befriend these kids but they had their memories blocked. They couldn't remember where they were from and no matter how hard they tried their memories were sealed. As a result, Naruto had to use his Sharingan to enter into the children's minds and the things he found were horrifying. Danzo used to secretly pay some orphanages all over the Fire Country and used to take these children and turn them into his drones. Sometimes he even destroyed families of some children just to get them in Root. These children were then trained for years and their emotions were completely removed. They were just drones who followed Danzo blindly and there was no way they could get a normal life back. Naruto had made a friend in Root who understood that Danzo was a threat and was supporting him. Naruto had casted his Yami no Sekai Jutsu on Torian, one of Danzo's bodyguards. He was really a hard nut to crack, but after days of torturing in Naruto's genjutsu he cracked. Naruto's eyes were badly hurt after controlling Torian for some time, but the information he got was worth it. Danzo used to get financial support for his Root from some wealthy traders in Konoha in exchange for helping them in their illegal cross-border activities. He had great contacts with the previous civilian council before Hiruzen removed them. However, Danzo was not a fool and had regularly tried to read Naruto's mind with the help of Fu Yamanaka, one of his most trusted bodyguards. But with the help of Kurama, Naruto was able to seal away some of his memories regarding information of Root and was able to continue his work as a spy. If not for the Nine-Tails Fox, he would have been easily caught. Naruto and Kurama had become quite good partners over these years. Kurama still despised his Sharingan, but they got along well. But the most terrifying things that Naruto had found out were that Orochimaru had once been part of the Root and Danzo had supported his activities in the past and they both had worked together on a project known as Project X. No matter how hard Naruto tried, there was no further information related to this project and it worried him a lot. But the most horrible thing he had found out was the Uchiha massacre. When he was gathering evidence against Danzo, he had got faint hints that the elders were involved and had supported Danzo many times. Deciding to find out more, he infiltrated the prison. Flashback. A figure could be seen sitting in the dark corners of the Konoha's prison. This prison held prisoners who had committed murders, rapes, capital offenses and treason. The person in the cell was none other than Koharu Utantane. Life had been quite difficult for Koharu since the last few years. Ever since her teammate Hiruzen banished the civilian council, she and her other teammate Hamura Mitokado had been imprisoned for opposing the Hokage and trying to usurp more power for the council. Koharu couldn't understand why Hiruzen imprisoned her, she only wanted to protect the best interests of the village. Hiruzen was far too kind and lacked the strength to take harsh decisions. That is why she and Hamura always supported Danzo. Sigh, what is the point in thinking about it? Looks like my last days will be in this prison, thought Koharu tiredly. She had given up on all hope of getting out of this prison, even her own family had dishonored her. Koharu Utatante, said a cold voice. Koharu looked up and found 2 cold blue eyes looking at her. She could not see the face of the person, but judging from his shadow he must at least be 5 feet 5 inches tall and definitely was a shinobi. Who are you? Asked Koharu cautiously. That is an irrelevant question. You will answer my questions, said the person in a cold tone. Huh, do you think that you can just barge in and order me? Asked Koharu angrily. My way is more efficient and you might like it. Mangekyo Sharingan, said the person, and immediately a 3-tomo Sharingan activated in the person's eyes and changed into a shuriken which had 3 ends drawing towards the sides. Koharu was shocked to the core and was already sweating bullets. She couldn't believe that an Uchiha had survived the massacre and was standing in front of her, and he even possessed the Mangekyo Sharingan. The only Uchiha in the village was Sasuke, and this person was not Sasuke. Impossible, this can't be happening, said Koharu fearfully. Tsukuyami. Koharu found herself dragged into the genjutsu. She was a formidable ninja and knew from her past experiences that the Mangekyo Sharingan could cast formidable genjutsu and was even capable of controlling Biju. She herself was a genjutsu specialist and so knew that from this point she was in grave danger. The prison staff had already sealed her chakra and there was no way she could get out of the genjutsu easily. She looked around and found herself bound to a pole with chains all over her body. The entire world around her was black and she could see nothing in that darkness. I want you to tell me everything you know about Danzo Shimura. If you tell me what I want, it will be less painful, said the person in an emotionless tone. Koharu was shocked to hear that this person was after Danzo, and if he was an Uchiha then he must know about the Uchiha massacre and the culprits behind it. I am not going to tell you anything about Danzo or the Uchiha massacre, shouted Koharu with determination in her voice. She didn't realize how stupid her mistake was. Uchiha massacre? Asked the person curiously. Immediately the world around Koharu changed again and now it was all red in color. She was still strapped to the pole and found herself in a sewer. Suddenly a flock of crows came in front of her and to Koharu's utmost horror the crows materialized into a person. This person was 5 feet 5 inch tall. He was wearing an Anbu uniform and had a sword strapped on his back. He was wearing combat boots and fingerless gloves in his hands. His face was hidden by his falcon Anbu mask. What do you know of the Uchiha massacre? Asked the Anbu angrily. Itachi? Asked Koharu with fear in her voice but immediately dismissed that thought as this could not be Itachi. Answer my questions, said the person and stabbed Koharu in the chest with his sword. H! Screamed Koharu as she was stabbed in her chest. The pain was so real. Don't panic. This is only a genjutsu, said Koharu to herself. Telling yourself this is a genjutsu won't work. This is my world and I control everything here. The next 120 hours will be nothing but this, said the Anbu and started stabbing Koharu with his sword multiple times. Koharu started screaming at the top of her lungs as her entire body was getting slashed by the Anbu's sword. She tried everything to break out of the genjutsu but nothing seemed to work. This torture continued for several times until Koharu slipped into unconsciousness. After a few moments Koharu meekly opened her eyes and found herself in the same position as before, but this time there were hundreds of copies of the same Anbu with swords in their hands ready to pierce her. Koharu pissed right there as she could not believe what she was seeing. No, please don't do this. Please have mercy, screamed Koharu with tears falling from her eyes. Only 119 hours 59 minutes and 59 seconds more to go, said the Anbu sadistically. Koharu couldn't believe what she was hearing. All this time, all the torture she had faced was only a second in this genjutsu. Before she could think any further, all of the Anbu started stabbing her body with their swords. Stop it! Stop it! Yelled Koharu at the top of her lungs. Her old body couldn't take this torture anymore. Tell me everything you know about Danzo and the Uchiha massacre or else suffer, said the Anbu coldly. I, will tell you everything, I know, but please stop it, begged Koharu with tears falling freely from her eyes. Very well, what does Danzo have to do with the Uchiha massacre? Asked the Anbu curiously. He, was, the one who convinced Itachi, to eliminate the Uchiha clan, said Koharu tiredly. The Anbu's eyes widened on hearing that. Everyone told that Itachi had lost his mind due to his Anbu career and had killed his clan. Why did Danzo want to eliminate the Uchiha? Asked the Anbu dangerously and pointed a sword at Koharu's throat. After the Kyuubi attack we suspected that the Uchiha clan were behind it. Because the Mangekyo Sharingan has the ability to control the Biju, so we placed them under the strict surveillance of the Anbu Black Ops and shifted them to the outskirts of the village. And after some time our fears came true, you Uchiha started planning a coup to take over the village, spat Koharu venomously. A coup? Asked the Anbu in shock. Don't lie to me, you know about this. The Uchiha were traitors and were a threat to the village, yelled Koharu angrily. This shocked the Anbu to the core and also made him angry at the same time. Did you find any proof that the Uchiha had controlled the Biju? Asked the Anbu angrily. It was a possibility, we had to look after the best interests of the village, said Koharu coldly. You blamed the Uchiha clan without having any proof of their involvement, said the Anbu angrily and stabbed Koharu in her right eye. H! Screamed Koharu in pain as her right eye was destroyed by the sword. What did you do next? Asked the Anbu and stabbed Koharu again. H! We, Pant, made Itachi, Pant, our spy and kept an eye on the Uchiha's activities. But things became worse and they started planning a coup to take over the village, said Koharu. And you made Itachi kill his clan? Asked the Anbu sadly with a few tears dropping from his eyes. He could not imagine what pain the man must have gone through. Hiruzen and we the elders ordered Itachi to eliminate the Uchiha. If the coup had happened it would have led to civil war in the village and would have destroyed our nation. You Uchihas were selfish and only looked after your own interest, you do not know the importance of the village. Hiruzen wanted to negotiate with the Uchiha and wanted a peaceful solution but he was naive, you Uchihas could never see reason, so we forced Hiruzen to eliminate your clan. You were a threat to the village, accused Koharu. How could Itachi do this? Asked the Anbu sadly. Itachi was different, he understood the importance of the village and the peace in the shinobi world. He decided to protect the village by eliminating his clan but it seems that he failed as he has let another Uchiha live besides his brother. He was always too soft and kind, said Koharu with a frown. You eliminated my clan and made my brother a murderer without having any proof. What else do you know about Danzo? Asked the Anbu and started stabbing Koharu angrily with his sword. Danzo had a base somewhere in the village where he did all his activities to protect the village. Only Orochimaru and few of Danzo's men know of this. That's all I know, said Koharu. She was exhausted by the torture and could not take it anymore. Is that all? Asked the Anbu and leaked a lot of ki which made Koharu gulp in fear. I muttered Koharu meekly. Suddenly to Koharu's utmost horror the nine-tails fox appeared behind the Anbu and looked at her menacingly. Koharu cowered in fear, even in this world the fox was still menacing and was ready to kill her. What is this? I told you everything I know, let me go, begged Koharu fearfully. For your crimes against my clan and my brother I will not let you live, said the Anbu coldly. No. No. No, yelled Koharu. The fox then jumped towards Koharu and stared, tearing her flesh piece by piece. Koharu's painful screams echoed in the entire area. The Anbu deactivated his Mangekyo Sharingan and looked at Koharu's dead body. Her eyes were wide open and her body lay still in her prison cell. She couldn't handle the torture anymore and had a heart attack that took her life instantly. The Anbu stepped towards her body and closed her eyes. Do you think that it was the right thing to do, Kurama? Asked the Anbu. I don't know about that, but it sure was a lot of fun. Damn, it's been ages since I have enjoyed like this. You are a true Kitsune Naruto, said Kurama proudly and laughed. It's just a lot to take in. My clan was wrongly accused and even though I know what they did was for the village, I cannot forgive Danzo and the elders for making Jiji and Itachi do this, said Naruto sadly. The Uchiha clan were his family and no matter what happens Naruto was not a person who would abandon his family. Whatever Naruto, I don't give a damn about the Uchiha, you should not overuse your Mangekyo Sharingan. You know it is dangerous don't you, said Kurama. I know, said Naruto and wiped out the blood that was coming out of his eyes. Itachi, I will look after Sasuke and I will make sure that you get your justice, my brother, thought Naruto with determination. Flashback end. Some people may wonder how an academy student was able to do such things, but Naruto was not an ordinary person. Danzo had trained him in espionage, recon and tactical warfare and assassination in order to act as his spy against Sarutobi. The Root Anbu were quite skilled and had trained Naruto in kenjutsu, ninjutsu and genjutsu. Danzo had even personally taught him fuinjutsu. Naruto was quite skilled in fuinjutsu and Danzo had saw that. He taught him all he knew about fuinjutsu. For an old man, Danzo was quite skilled as he had helped Naruto in mastering his wind and water affinities. Danzo taught Naruto about calligraphy and all the basics of fuinjutsu. Naruto learned that it was easy for him to learn fuinjutsu, it was as if he had natural talent in it. Danzo taught him a sealing jutsu too. Naruto was not an expert in fuinjutsu, but he certainly wasn't an amateur either. After all this hard training, Naruto was at the level of an Anbu captain. Danzo had even once said that he was on par with Itachi Uchiha. After learning about the truth of the Uchiha massacre and Itachi's sacrifice, Naruto's respect for his brother increased and he swore he would protect Sasuke. He still remembered the day he told Sasuke his truth. Flashback. Because you and I are brothers, said Naruto and looked at Sasuke with his 3-tomo Sharingan. Sasuke's eyes widened on seeing Naruto's Sharingan. He couldn't believe what he was seeing. This can't be happening. It is impossible. This must be a genjutsu, thought Sasuke. Kai, yelled Sasuke and expelled a large amount of chakra. After a few moments he opened his eyes and to his utmost shock Naruto was still sitting there with an amused smile on his face. You really think that I'm an illusion? Asked Naruto in an amused tone. Bullshit, Itachi killed my entire clan except me. You cannot be an Uchiha, yelled Sasuke in angry tone. Sigh, while it is true that Itachi did slaughter our clan, he did not know about me being an Uchiha, so I was spared, said Naruto softly. He knew it must be very hard for Sasuke to accept this, even it was hard for him to accept that he was the son of the Yondaime Hokage. Who were your parents? I have never seen you inside my clan compound, asked Sasuke curiously after a few moments. What kind of idiotic question is that? You do remember I was an orphan, right? How the hell I am supposed to know my parents? Accused Naruto in mock anger. Oh. Sorry about that, said Sasuke a little sheepishly. Naruto's eyes widened on seeing Sasuke apologize. He never expected the emo of the academy to apologize. Sasuke saw Naruto's disbelieving look and got curious. Is there something on my face? Asked Sasuke. Nope, said Naruto and started laughing loudly. What the hell? What is so funny, dobe? Yelled Sasuke. Nothing, it's just funny to see you, the emo broody king, to apologize, said Naruto and continued laughing. Muttered Sasuke, but also had a rare true smile on his face, one which he never had since the last few years. To-san, Ka-san, I finally have someone who can understand me and maybe help, and maybe we can earn back the glory of our clan, thought Sasuke with determination. When did you awaken your Sharingan? Asked Sasuke curiously. I was 6 at the time. I was training with Kakashi and it just awakened, lied Naruto. Even though Sasuke was family, he still had to be cautious with anything related to Danzo. Just like Itachi, thought Sasuke in amazement, and also frowned a little as he had not awakened his Sharingan and an Uchiha was incomplete without his Sharingan. I tried to be friendly with you, but you just wanted to be left alone, so I decided to let you be until you get some sense in that thick skull of yours, said Naruto with a smile. Shut up, yelled Sasuke, and both the boys stared at each other, but after a few moments started laughing loudly. Sasuke was truly feeling happy after all these years. Everyone in the village pitied him, the elders sympathized with him, girls became his fangirl, boys started envying him for his looks and skill. In a way, people only saw him as the last Uchiha. Poor boy, Sasuke-kun, and all other titles. None of them could understand him, but Naruto was different than anyone in the village. He had been observing Naruto since the beginning of the academy. Naruto reminded Sasuke a lot of Itachi. He was kind and gentle and always encouraged others to do better. He did not care about names, clans or ranks. He was just a natural person who understood people. Sasuke had seen many people look at Naruto with hatred, and he couldn't understand what made them hate Naruto so much, but Naruto never gave up and always strived to become better. He liked Naruto but also envied him. He was an enigma to Sasuke, and also at that time he was too traumatized to socialize with other people. "Hey Sasuke, can I ask you something?" asked Naruto quietly. "Shoot," said Sasuke. "Why do you want to kill Itachi so badly?" asked Naruto sadly. He too could understand Sasuke's reasons for killing Itachi, but revenge always led to a person's downfall. Sasuke closed his eyes and decided what to speak. He hadn't told anyone his reasons, but Naruto was his only family left, so he would like to have some type of friendship with Naruto. "I loved Itachi more than anything. He was my idol. I always tried to surpass him. He was the prodigy of our clan. People looked up to him. Even my father only paid attention to Itachi. Mother tried to be the peacemaker in the family. But Itachi was different. He was always there for me. He always aspired me to be better and tried to encourage father to pay attention to me too. You remind me a lot of Itachi." "It is as if I was just looking at him," said Sasuke sadly. "I am like Itachi?" asked Naruto curiously. "Yes, Itachi was a kind and gentle person just like you before he," said Sasuke, but stopped as he remembered that night. He clenched his hands but was surprised when Naruto put a hand on his shoulder. "I understand your pain, Sasuke, but what did Itachi tell you when you confronted him?" asked Naruto cautiously. He knew he was in dangerous territory, but if Itachi was like him, then there must have been reasons for him to slaughter his clan. "He told me he killed our clan because he wanted to test the limits of his own ability. He even showed me how he slaughtered everyone over and over again," said Sasuke with tears in his eyes. He could not hold his emotions which he had held for so many years. Naruto embraced Sasuke in a warm hug and let him cry on his shoulders. Sasuke cried for a few minutes but calmed down and gave Naruto a thankful nod with a warm smile. "From what you have told me, Sasuke, I don't believe Itachi slaughtered our clan just to test his ability," said Naruto cautiously. "What do you mean?" asked Sasuke curiously. "He was already an Anbu Black Ops captain at the age of 13. That means he was one of the best shinobi of our village. Only the Hokage and few others were stronger than him, so that reason he gave you is not true. Also, if he showed you that he killed our clan, you must remember that genjutsu can be easily made and manipulate people. If he did kill our clan, why did he spare you?" asked Naruto curiously. "He told me he wanted me to get the Mangekyo Sharingan and come to kill him to avenge our clan," said Sasuke angrily. Mangekyo Sharingan, thought Naruto, but decided to find out later. "Do you really believe that lie? If I was Itachi, why would I want to measure by strength against a kid when I single-handedly killed one of the best clans in the entire shinobi world? It doesn't make any sense. Also, if he was really the kind and gentle older brother, then he loved you more than anything," said Naruto, shocking Sasuke. "What? It's all lies," yelled Sasuke, being unable to accept the truth. Sasuke then remembered all the good times he and Itachi had. What Itachi did for him. One part of his mind was just begging him to understand that what Naruto was saying was true, while another part of his mind was unable to accept this. "Look, Sasuke, all I'm saying is that we will confront Itachi and ask him the truth. Until then, don't try to waste your life on revenge. You do remember we have to rebuild our clan, right?" asked Naruto happily. "Yeah, I guess you are right, but I still want to talk with Itachi, and if I find that what he did was for his own ability, I will kill him," said Sasuke with determination. "Fair enough, I'll even help you with that," said Naruto casually. "What?" asked a shocked Sasuke. Well, we are from the same clan, so we are brothers, right? We fight together, we die together, said Naruto with a warm smile. Cheeky bastard, muttered Sasuke with a grin. No matter what happens, Sasuke, I've got your back from now on, said Naruto and held out his fist to Sasuke. Thank you, my brother, said Sasuke with a true smile and punched his fist with Naruto. I can still kick your ass, you know, said Naruto cheekily with a huge grin on his face. Cyclops. Emo. Cyclops. Emo. They both argued for a few minutes but eventually settled down and talked about different things. Naruto finally understood what Kakashi said. Sasuke needed a person who could understand him, and it could only be an Uchiha. Hey Naruto, if you talk about this to anyone, said Sasuke dangerously. Does Emo have a reputation to keep? Joked Naruto. Said Sasuke. Alright, but that's gonna cost you, said Naruto with a huge grin on his face. Sasuke paled on seeing that. He knew Naruto was quite mischievous. What do you want? Asked Sasuke tiredly. Ramen. Flashback end. Naruto and Sasuke had become best friends during these years. If one could say they were like brothers. Sasuke was still a little broody, but he eventually opened up and mixed with the rest of his classmates, and this proved to be a huge benefit for Ino and Sakura, who always pestered Sasuke for dates. Naruto enjoyed a lot on seeing Sasuke's annoyed expressions when the fangirls troubled him. Eventually Sasuke started to train with Naruto and Kakashi and was able to activate his Sharingan with 2 tomos in each eye. Naruto still remembered how Sasuke bragged the day he awakened his Sharingan. Sasuke was quite a skilled shinobi and was proficient with fire-style ninjutsu and shuriken jutsu. Kakashi had trained them very well over these 3 years. However, Naruto's life was not all that smooth. He had started to get distant from his friends in order to investigate more about Danzo and his activities. He felt a lot more lonely, but he knew he had to do this for the sake of his village. Naruto thought that he had covered his tracks well, but what he did not know that Hiruzen and Kakashi had noticed the change in his behavior. Hiruzen had started to get suspicious about him, and Naruto could still remember when he was confronted by Hiruzen. Flashback. Naruto was standing in the library of the Sarutobi compound. The library had a large variety of books that Hiruzen liked to read. There was a small armchair in the middle of the room for a person to read peacefully. Hiruzen was sitting on the armchair, but instead of reading a book he was staring at Naruto. The library had some privacy seals which Naruto had noticed, so it meant that Hiruzen must want to talk about something important. So what's up, Gigi? Why'd you call me here? Asked Naruto cheerfully, trying to avoid further suspicion. Naruto, you've been acting strange lately, said Hiruzen flatly and narrowed his gaze at him. Nothing strange about me. I just have my own work to do, said Naruto impassively. If that is true, where are you nowadays? You skipped the academy, sometimes you even send your clones in your place. You are not meeting up with your friends any longer. The only ones you see are Kakashi, Sasuke, Anko and Kurenai. It's been months since you even visited Konohamaru. What are you up to? Asked Hiruzen sternly and leaked a little ki. I figured you'd find out sooner or later, said Naruto with a smirk. What do you mean? Asked Hiruzen warily. You are a good man, Gigi, but you trust people very easily, sighed Naruto. What? Asked Hiruzen curiously. But he felt something that the answer he might get won't be pretty. There is a coup being planned in order to overthrow you, said Naruto confidently. What? Yelled Hiruzen angrily. That's the truth, said Naruto impassively. What are you up to, boy? What do you know? Ordered Hiruzen, losing all the kindness he had. He loved Naruto, but the village was more important than one person, and if Naruto was a threat, then he would have to deal with him, no matter how much pain it may cause him. I am a Root Anbu captain, said Naruto, shocking Hiruzen to the core. What do you mean? Asked Hiruzen, already knowing some of the answer. I have joined Danzo, who is planning to overthrow you to take over the village, said Naruto sadly. Hiruzen's eyes widened on hearing this and he immediately gazed at Naruto sternly. He forgot that this boy was like his grandson, but now he was a possible threat to the village. How do you even know Danzo? I had disbanded Root, said Hiruzen confidently. Each of us lives dependent and bound by our individual knowledge and our awareness. All that is what we call reality. What you believe might just be an illusion. Root is operating right under your nose with Danzo acting as its leader, stated Naruto without averting his eyes from Hiruzen. How did you get involved in all of this? Asked Hiruzen tiredly. It's better if I show you, said Naruto and activated his Sharingan. He then showed Hiruzen everything, how he came in contact with Danzo, what Danzo revealed to him, and how he had decided to watch Danzo to protect the village and his entire time en route. Naturally, Hiruzen was first shocked that all of this had happened right under his nose. What kind of Hokage was he? Naruto was right, he was getting soft. He was also horrified at seeing what Naruto had to endure and felt guilty as he suspected Naruto so easily. The boy only wanted to protect the village as a true shinobi. Gigi, was all that true? What Danzo said? Asked Naruto hesitantly. Yes, said Hiruzen solemnly. Very well, said Naruto stoically. Do you hate me, Naruto? Asked Hiruzen sadly. No, I do not hate you or anyone else. My life is too short for hatred or revenge. I do regret that you took away my Obachan, but for all you've done for me I can forgive you and can at least try to understand your position, said Naruto with a short smile. Thank you, Naruto. I know I have failed you, but I only wanted to look after you. Jiraiya too wanted to look after you, said Hiruzen, but stopped when he saw Naruto's cold look. Save it, I know Jiraiya must have been busy and I do not hate him, but he failed as a godfather. I did not want to be doted by him, but if he could even have visited me once in my life I would have been happy knowing that I have a godfather. But that's all in the past. Now what do you want me to do? Asked Naruto. What is there to do? Get away from Root, I will deal with them, ordered Hiruzen. I'm afraid that is not possible. If you try to act hastily it will lead to civil war in the village. I know you have the numbers, but Root Anbu are far quite skilled than our regular shinobi. We need to find out every information about Danzo and his forces. We need to know his strategy. If you want to destroy a nation, then you need to first destroy its leadership. This will lead to chaos and the morale will be low and the enemy can win easily. If Danzo wants to take over the village, then he must first eliminate you and the Jounin commander and higher-ups, then he could easily take over the leadership of the village. Also, we do not know the location of Danzo's forces, so we are temporarily blind, explained Naruto briefly. Hiruzen was stunned by the explanation and thinking that Naruto had showed. He did not look like a 14-year-old but looked like a veteran shinobi and strategist. Amazing, how can you think like this? Asked Hiruzen proudly. Danzo has trained me in recon, espionage, assassination and tactical warfare, said Naruto, shocking Hiruzen again. How strong are you? Asked Hiruzen curiously. I'm at the level of Itachi Uchiha. That's what Danzo had said Naruto frankly. Impossible, said Hiruzen in shock. Whether you believe me or not, it's your choice. I will have to continue to act as a spy, said Naruto. No, we'll figure something out. Naruto, it's too dangerous, you can even get killed. I promised your parents and Tsunade that I will look after you. I simply cannot send you to your death, persuaded Hiruzen. That is a possibility. But my life is not important. What is important is the village and the village alone, said Naruto with determination. Hiruzen's eyes widened on hearing this. He could see a reflection of Tobirama Senju and Itachi Uchiha in Naruto. It made Hiruzen proud and sad too, proud for Naruto to be a true shinobi of the village and sad that he did not value his life. Naruto. I cannot sacrifice you, said Hiruzen sadly. Self-sacrifice is the duty of a true shinobi Gigi. I will provide you with all the information I can find about Danzo. I'm the only one who can do this, said Naruto. Naruto, said Hiruzen with a few tears in his eyes. Naruto dropped to his knees and bowed his head in front of Hiruzen. Gigi, you and I both know that what can happen if this coup is executed. If I'm right, I will be the assassin who will kill you, said Naruto sadly. I know you are the closest operative who can get to me, and Danzo knows that. If this coup happens, and even if we defeat Danzo, our village will become economically unstable, customers will not trust us if there are such problems in our village. More such factions could be formed, and it may lead to the Fourth Great Ninja War, and countless innocent lives would be lost, said Hiruzen sadly. That is why I am asking you to let me eliminate the entire Root Anbu Black Ops, begged Naruto. No, absolutely not. I will not let you do this, yelled Hiruzen angrily. Believe me Gigi, if there was any other way I would have done it. Even if you kill Danzo, his operatives would continue his legacy and will pose a major threat to the village. I have some friends who have been reduced to nothing but drones who are just designed to kill and follow Danzo. If I kill them, then no one would suspect that there was a coup in the village. I am a Jinchuriki, the people of this village don't like me Gigi, the people will easily accept me as a traitor, said Naruto sadly. Do you even know what you are saying? You will be forever remembered as a traitor and a murderer. You will be a missing nin and will always be hunted. Your life will be worse than death. What about us? Kakashi, Anko, Sasuke, Konohamaru, your friends, and most importantly Kurenai. I know that you love her, said Hiruzen. You know? Asked a shocked Naruto. I know you better Naruto. You have loved her since long, ever since you became her student, you two have gotten close. Even Kurenai likes you a lot more than any man in this entire village. Do you really not care about her? Pleaded Hiruzen. I love her more than anything. But I must do this, please Gigi, I beg you to never let anyone know the truth about me and my feelings for Kurenai. It will only cause more pain. For the sake of the village and the children of this village, you must let me do this, said Naruto with tears dropping from his eyes. Hiruzen knelt down and hugged Naruto tightly. His old heart couldn't bear this. He had already seen such a thing in the past, and for Naruto to go through all of this was unbearable. But Hiruzen knew what Naruto said was true. This was the reality of the shinobi world. Forgive me Naruto, said Hiruzen sadly. There is nothing you should be sorry about. I have chosen this path and I will follow it to the end. I am the son of the fourth Hokage, and as such it is my duty to protect my village. This is my will of fire, said Naruto, and got up and started walking towards the door. Minato and Kushina would be so proud of you. You truly are a hero Naruto, said Hiruzen regretfully. He hated himself for being a Hokage right now. To sacrifice one of the closest person in your life was the burden which every Kage had to bear for the village. I just wish that one day we can create a peaceful world, said Naruto sadly. Naruto, did you really had to go through all that? Said Hiruzen, remembering a memory Naruto had shown him. Yes, said Naruto, and showed Hiruzen his Mangekyo Sharingan. Take care Gigi, I'm going to visit Konohamaru, said Naruto, and left the room. Why did it have to end like this? Thought Hiruzen regretfully. Naruto was walking towards the training arena of the Sarutobi compound. He knew what choice he had made and the consequences that would follow. You sure about this Naruto? Asked Kurama cautiously. He didn't care what Naruto did to the villagers, but he did care about Naruto, even if it was a little bit. Naruto was the only one who didn't label him as a mindless Biju but as a companion. I am Kurama. I am the only one who can do this. I cannot let this coup happen, it will destroy the village, said Naruto firmly. Why do you even care about this damn village at all? After what they did to you, why do you want to protect them? Asked Kurama a little angrily. He was quite displeased by Naruto's foolishness. Then what was I supposed to do, destroy the village for my revenge? Asked Naruto with a snort. Well, it would be fun, said Kurama with a chuckle. If I take my revenge and destroy the village, then it would only bring more pain and misery. I grew up without my parents, but that does not give me the right to destroy the peace my parents and my brother gave their lives for, said Naruto sadly as he remembered a certain gray-haired boy. TCH. You are still naive, but I still got your back. Well, it would be a lot more fun when you do what you have to do, said Kurama with a dark chuckle. Naruto sighed on hearing this. He knew that he could not change some things of Kurama, but regardless he was thankful to the beast for sticking by his side and being his friend. Naruto Nikken, yelled Konohamaru, bringing Naruto out of his thoughts. He looked up and saw Konohamaru in the training field along with Asuma, Sarutobi and Ebisu. He gave a respectful nod towards Asuma as well as Ebisu, even though the latter scowled in return. What are you up to, Konohamaru? Asked Naruto and ruffled Konohamaru's hair. The little boy muttered something about annoying older brothers. Everyone laughed on hearing this, even Ebisu chuckled a little. I am training with Asuma Ajizan and Ebisu sensei, said Konohamaru curtly. Well, if they allow I can teach you something too, said Naruto with a smile. Konohamaru had a big smile on his face and turned towards Asuma, who just shrugged and lit up his cigarette. However, Ebisu had other plans. I am sorry, that is not possible, boy. I am sure I can teach honorable grandson all he needs to become Hokage. I am Jounin, an elite ninja, and as such I am better than you, said Ebisu curtly, but if one could observe carefully, he was a little annoyed. Not this again, thought Asuma tiredly. He knew Naruto from the beginning. He couldn't understand how could Ebisu be so naive and still hold grudges against the innocent boy. Well then, why don't you have a fight with me to show me that you are worthy of being the honorable grandson's trainer? If you need help, why don't you and Asuma team up together against me? Retorted Naruto with a smirk. That won't be necessary. I think I can fight you perfectly, said Ebisu calmly. Asuma, Ebisu, fight with him, said a new commanding voice. Both the men turned around and saw Hiruzen standing behind them with Imiko with him. Asuma couldn't understand why Hiruzen was saying this. Naruto cannot fight a Jounin, can he? This is an order. Konohamaru, step aside now, said Hiruzen in a commanding voice. But said Imiko worriedly, but was cut off when Hiruzen firmly raised his hand and silenced her. Everyone could feel the pressure of the third Hokage of Konoha. Guess he wants to test me, thought Naruto. Asuma, Ebisu, go all out on him. Don't hold back, he is not what he looks like, said Hiruzen. Hai, both the men replied in unison. Asuma's voice had a little doubt while Ebisu had a confident tone in it. All the combatants stepped up in the training ground while Hiruzen, Imiko and Konohamaru stood on the far side of the training ground. Hiruzen was keenly observing Naruto. From what memories Naruto had shown him, he had seen so many dangerous missions and opponents that Naruto had defeated in his covert operations and the gruesome training he had undergone. He was sure that if what he had seen was true, then Asuma and Ebisu were no challenge at all for Naruto. Imiko was quite worried for her surrogate son. She knew Naruto was quite powerful for a person his age, but Asuma was also one of the guardian shinobi 12 of the legendary Fire Temple and was a worthy opponent. On the other hand, Ebisu was also quite skilled. She just wished that Naruto did not get hurt. Konohamaru was very excited about this battle. Naruto was his idol, and only if he could defeat Naruto then he could become Hokage. He wanted to know how strong his big brother was. Asuma was quite curious when he saw Naruto standing calmly in front of him and staring at him. It was as if he had no fear in him, or he was arrogant. Asuma dismissed the latter. He knew Naruto was a kind and gentle boy. Ebisu was anxiously waiting to start the fight. This was the moment where he would teach the Kyuubi brat a lesson. Let's do this, Kurama, but no Sharingan. Everything else is a go. I'll have to prove it to Gigi that I am indeed a worthy Root Anbu captain, said Naruto in his mind. Whatever, Naruto, just kick their ass and give me some fun, said Kurama with a chuckle. Got it. Asuma and Ebisu nodded with each other and immediately launched a Daozen kunai and shuriken at Naruto at tremendous speeds. Naruto just stood there calmly. These attacks were quite fast, but he was so used to his Sharingan that such attacks were below normal for him. He himself launched a dozen of his shuriken towards Asuma and Ebisu. Both the shurikens collided with each other with precision and dropped to the ground with a lot of sound. Asuma and Ebisu both went through a couple of hand signs simultaneously with great speed. Katan, Gokakyu no Jutsu, Fire Style, Fireball Jutsu. A large fireball the size of a boulder was released by both the Jounin and was rushing towards Naruto at tremendous speed. Naruto had already recognized the hand signs and had finished performing his own jutsu. Suitun, Suijin Hiki, Water Release, Water Encampment Wall. Naruto unleashed a large amount of water from his mouth which surrounded him on all sides and protected him from the fireball. Both the jutsu clashed with each other and the entire area was covered in steam. When the steam reduced, Naruto could see Asuma and Ebisu's amazed faces. He could understand this as he had created water without any water source nearby. His water affinity is strong, thought Asuma with a smirk. Impressive, thought Ebisu with awe. With the spectators. Tusan that was, said Imiko in shock. Awesome, yelled Konohamaru happily. He was really proud of his big brother now, who was fighting head-on with two Jounin. You haven't seen half of what he can do, replied Hiruzen calmly. He knew Naruto was just toying with the Jounin. With Naruto. My turn, said Naruto with a smirk and finished his last hand sign and jumped high in the air. Futon, Shinkaha, Wind Release, Vacuum Wave. Naruto took a deep breath and sent several wind bullets towards Asuma and Ebisu with tremendous speed. Wind-style attacks were one of the fastest attacks after lightning, and Naruto knew that. He had seen Asuma and Ebisu use fire style, which was weak against wind, and so he decided to use his wind attacks. Both the Jounin's eyes widened when they saw several wind bullets headed towards them. Asuma was a wind style user, so he knew these attacks better and was just able to perform a substitution at the last moment. However, Ebisu was not so lucky. He was hit head-on by the attack and was sent flying in the air with numerous lethal cuts on his body. H! Screamed Ebisu in pain. But he was more surprised when he saw Naruto standing a few feet behind him and had already finished the ram hand sign. Shit! Cursed Ebisu. Katan Hozenka no Jutsu, Phoenix Sage Fire Technique. Ebisu's eyes widened when he saw several small fireballs hitting his body and started burning him. Before he could do anything, he saw Naruto looking at him coldly. Katsu, yelled Naruto. All the fireballs on Ebisu's body exploded in a second and burned various parts of Ebisu's body badly and sent him crashing in a tree with a loud thud. Naruto unleashed a hail of shuriken hitting Ebisu all over his body and pinned him to the tree. However, Ebisu had already fallen unconscious. One down, one more to go, said Naruto calmly. With the spectators. What just happened? Asked a stunned Konohamaru. His sensei was just beaten so quickly that he couldn't understand. How did he beat Ebisu, Tusan? One moment he was there and the next he was behind Ebisu, asked Imiko in confusion. Naruto formed a shadow clone to attack Ebisu from behind, explained Hiruzen. But I didn't even see any hand signs, said Imiko. She was a medical ninja and as such knew many things about shinobi. That's the trick, he formed a shadow clone without any hand signs, said Hiruzen calmly to the stunned mother and son. He is from the Namikaze as well as the Uchiha clan. Both the clans were famous for their speed and jutsu, and Naruto is an excellent shinobi. I can see why Naruto was recruited by Danzo, thought Hiruzen. Analytically. With Naruto. Asuma was shocked on seeing what had happened. The fight had only just begun and Ebisu was already down. Not only that, his opponent was able to use jutsu of 3 different chakra nature and his speed was unparalleled. What more tricks has he got up his sleeve, thought Asuma cautiously. Naruto jumped high in the air and threw a shuriken towards Asuma. Shuriken Kage Bunshin no Jutsu, Shuriken Shadow Clone Technique. The one shuriken now multiplied into hundreds of shuriken which were going to kill Asuma very quickly. I must act quickly, thought Asuma, and gathered a large amount of chakra. Futon, Detapa, Wind Release, Great Breakthrough. Asuma released a large amount of wind which collided with the shuriken barrage strongly. The jutsu's power was so destructive that many of the shuriken were now heading towards Naruto, who was descending towards the ground. Not bad, thought Naruto, and substituted himself with a nearby log. Asuma attacked Naruto and attempted to send a right hook to Naruto's face. Seeing Asuma's movement, Naruto quickly blocked the attack with his left hand and quickly made a leg sweep at Asuma's legs. Asuma had put a lot of power in that hook and Naruto could feel a slight bruised hand of his own. But before Asuma could defend, he was already on the ground as he lost his balance. Naruto backflipped a few meters away from Asuma in order to avoid the kick that Asuma had aimed at his chest. If I try to fight him head-on with brute force, I will suffer some serious damage. As expected, the Sarutobi clan members have great physical strength. Then I should use, yes, thought Naruto. You are indeed a worthy opponent, Asuma-san, said Naruto with a smile and gave a thumbs up to Asuma. You are also quite skilled, complimented Asuma and proceeded with a couple of hand signs. Katan, Hazakisho, Fire Release, Ash Pile Burning. Asuma released a lot of gunpowder from his mouth which surrounded Naruto on all sides and flicked his cigarette in the smoke, making a large explosion. With the spectators. Naruto Nikken, yelled Konohamaru in fear as he saw Naruto get caught in the explosion. It's not over yet, said Hiruzen. What do you mean, Two-san? Asked Emiko a little worriedly for her surrogate son. Just wait and see, said Hiruzen calmly. With Naruto. Maybe I went a little overboard, thought Asuma hesitantly. He quickly ran up to Naruto's body and was shocked to see the body disperse into a flock of crows. Suddenly someone stabbed a kunai in Asuma's throat. Asuma looked back and saw Naruto standing there, with a neutral expression on his face. Asuma tried to hold back the blood that was coming out of his neck but failed miserably. He dropped to the ground. It's over. Yield now, said Naruto and pointed a kunai at Asuma's chest. Asuma was just barely able to nod, but to his surprise suddenly the Naruto around him disappeared in another flock of crows. Asuma looked around and saw that he was piled up to a tree with many shuriken all over his body, preventing him from moving. He saw Naruto standing in front of him with a kunai pointing towards Asuma's throat. Asuma looked down and to his surprise his slitted throat was now perfectly well and had no injury on it. Shit, genjutsu, thought Asuma angrily on not being able to detect the genjutsu. They both head clapping and turned around and saw Hiruzen looking towards them with a smile. Emiko was already healing Ebisu, who had just woken up, and Konohamaru was looking at Naruto as if he was a god. Nikon is so powerful, thought Konohamaru in awe. You were splendid, Naruto. You were able to emerge victorious against two highly skilled jounin of our village, congratulated Hiruzen with a warm smile, but on the inside he was also feeling a lot sad as Naruto was now the perfect candidate for the top secret mission. I just tried. Asuma-san and Ebisu-san were also quite formidable, said Naruto happily. Don't joke, kid, you played with us. How did you casted a genjutsu on me? I didn't see any hand signs, said Asuma with a small frown and started removing all the shuriken from his body, and Naruto also helped him out. Remember the thumbs up I gave you? Suggested Naruto. Asuma's eyes widened on hearing this. Now everything made sense to him. The moment you saw that you were in my genjutsu, explained Naruto. He is indeed Kurenai's student, thought Hiruzen proudly. What about the fire jutsu? Asked Asuma curiously. Jutsu is a balance between physical energy and spiritual energy which is executed by performing hand signs. When you increase the amount of chakra in a jutsu which is more than required, it becomes unstable. In my jutsu I increased the amount of fire chakra. As a result the fireballs exploded as the amount of chakra was not in right proportion. If I had put any more chakra then Ebisu-san would have died, explained Naruto. Everyone was quite impressed with Naruto's jutsu and how he was so skilled with it. Naruto noticed some blood leaking from Asuma's shoulders and decided to heal him. "Let me heal you up," said Naruto and started his medical ninjutsu on Asuma's wounds. Everyone was quite shocked on seeing Naruto perform the medical ninjutsu. It was a very tough shinobi skill and only a few were able to master it. This proved that Naruto had great chakra control required. For a medic nin. "You know medical ninjutsu?" asked Imiko in surprise. "I just read about it in the library, and learned it on my own," said Naruto with a smile. Only Hiruzen gave Naruto a knowing look saying he knew where Naruto had learned medical ninjutsu. "Nikon, you have to teach me all these jutsu, please," pleaded Konohamaru with his puppy dog eyes. "Sorry about that Konohamaru, you have a better teacher than myself." "He can teach you better than me," said Naruto and poked Konohamaru on his forehead. Ebisu's eyes widened on hearing this. He couldn't believe that the Jinchuriki was saying this. He expected the boy to boast about his victory but it was quite the opposite. "But you are the best Naruto Nikken," argued Konohamaru. "Being the best isn't always meant to be. When you have power you become arrogant and start to lose sight of yourself, even if you were a good person. Right now I am skilled only because of Kakashi-Nissen, Kurenai-chan and Enko-chan. If they hadn't trained me I would not be at this stage." "Ebisu-san is a good teacher," said Naruto with a smile. "But I lost to you," said Ebisu quietly. He was ashamed after seeing what Naruto was truly like and he was so wrong about him and considered him only a nuisance. "Ebisu-san, there are no shortcuts for becoming Hokage." "Do you know why Konohamaru wants to become Hokage?" asked Naruto calmly. "Because Hokage is the strongest shinobi in the village," said Ebisu curtly. "You are wrong. He wants to become Hokage so that he could be recognized. The people of this village only see him as the honorable grandson of Sandim-sama, even you only see him as that, if you can see him as Konohamaru Sarutobi I am sure that you can make him a splendid shinobi and can be a better teacher than me for Konohamaru," said Naruto with a warm smile. "I'm sorry for my rude behavior Naruto-san," apologized Ebisu. "It's alright," said Naruto and accepted the apology. "Nikon, thank you for understanding me," said Konohamaru with a few tears in his eyes. "That's what big brothers are for, right?" asked Naruto happily. "Hi," said Konohamaru with a smile. All the others also smiled on seeing this. All the doubts which Ebisu had for Naruto vanished from his mind as he could now finally see Naruto as a shinobi of Konoha. "I just wish your sacrifice will not be in vain, my son," thought Hiruzen sadly. Flashback end. It had been a few weeks since his revelation to Hiruzen. The Root Anbu's activities were getting a lot more intense. Naruto knew what he had to do for his mission. It would only be a matter of time before that fateful day would come. Until then he would try to keep an eye on Danzo and get as much information he can for the village. Naruto knew the entire Root Anbu Black Ops would be together before the invasion at one place for the final strategy, and that was the moment where he will have to put aside all his personal feelings and strike. Naruto picked up his Anbu mask and looked at the memorial stone. He still couldn't forget his brother. Danzo had been giving him a lot of assassination missions in order to make him strong enough to kill Hiruzen. Naruto knew he was a major pawn in the entire scheme. Naruto had become a lot more distant with his classmates. Kakashi and Kurenai had asked him many times what he was up to. But Hiruzen had covered him and always gave some excuse to not make them suspicious of him. Kakashi and Enko had become a lot more close in the past 3 years, if one could say they were. Nah, that can't be possible, thought Naruto with fear. He couldn't imagine what would happen if Kakashi and Enko got together. Naruto had become quite close to Kurenai in the past 3 years. His training was now complete and Kurenai had declared him as her equal in Genjutsu. Kurenai was Naruto's life. he loved everything about her. She was everything he wanted in a life partner. She was. Oi brat, stop rambling in the past, we have to go, and if you are serious about this mission, forget about her, said Kurama solemnly. He knew how much Naruto loved Kurenai, but if he had decided to take this path, then this was the best choice. Right, said Naruto, and placed his Falcon Umbu mask and disappeared into the shadows. He didn't even know what Kurenai truly felt for him. Thank you for watching the video, and comment down below if you want to see the next part. And of course, like, subscribe and turn on post notifications, and I'll see you in the next video.